Bang.
And we are in. Hello! Happy Sunday, everybody. It is Some Other Heroes Day. How are we all doing out there? Before I forget, I would love to give a huge shout out and thank you to the absolutely wonderful Rooney Runes for resubscribing, as well as the Ink Drinker for subscribing in the week whilst we're away, which was sneaky of them, but they're getting a shout out anyway. Thank you so much. It really does help us out, and it really does mean a lot. We really do appreciate it. Hi, we're Some Other Heroes. We are queer dungeoneers, gay geeks, and wonderful, loving people who are very proud of all of you. My name is Chris. I will be your dungeon master. I'll be taking through this wonderful group of people through a story in a homebrew world called Erevis, particularly in an area called the Scattered Lands, a land of skyships, floating islands, and deep mysteries. With me is a cast of wonderful people who have been with me. I like to call them my friends when I'm not trying to kill them in the game. And today...
Oh my god, we're friends.
We're friends.
Oh my god.
I would like to start with Charlie.
I'm that one.
You're that one.
Yeah, I'm that one. I'm Charlie. I use she, her pronouns. I am an illustrator and lecturer and writer. And I am playing Aisling, who is a satyr and adorable and a warlock, and I love her. And there might be a dog lump behind me there. That is Bulba.
Beautiful. Hi, Bobba. Awesome. I will next move on to Theo.
That's me. I'm Theo. Hello. I use they, them pronouns. I am also an illustrator, and I will be playing Eugene, the half-elf wizard. And I apologize if you can hear my cat yelling in the background at any point. He's
Benjamin.
sitting and looking at me through the window right now, even though I do have a cat flap. I'd just like to put that out there. I'm not just ignoring him. He can come and go as he pleases. He just likes me to open the door for him.
Apparently today in our city, all the cats have got together and decided that they are going to just be chaos, which is, not that different from most days, but particularly
standard cat behavior.
Pretty much so. So if you hear R2 shouting as well, we do apologise. There's nothing we can do about it. They have been fed despite what they're telling you. Wayne, would you like to go next, please? You are muted, my friend. We're professional singers!
It was going so well. I'll try again. What was that? Wayne. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne. And my pronouns are he, him. I am not an illustrator, but I am a designer and brand coach and art director, and I shall be playing the Dragonborn Rock, who is a bard that doesn't like any of his companions at all.
That's not true.
That's what he tells them anyway.
Roll a
We're
deception
telling
check
naughty
with
fibs
disadvantage.
today.
That's what he tells them.
I have a passive insight of +7, bitch. I know you lying.
I know that Eugene doesn't have a passive insight of +7. I'm afraid.
Oh.
So
That's all right. I know how to terrify Eugene by saying the words "wisdom saving throw."
No!
It's not Eugene. That's Theo.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true. It's not just
Theo's
Eugene.
curse.
Yeah, that's very true.
Theo's
Anyway.
curse is that Theo has a real problem with wisdom saving throws. Everything else fine, just wisdom saving throws.
Cursed.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, even if you're a wisdom build.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just funnier though.
Does not help.
Yeah, totes.
What else? We have a couple of small bits of admin to get through before we kind of do
really?
anything else.
Emails?
Yeah, no, not emails.
Okay.
First off, if you like your D&D and you like more D&D, well, we have some shows to recommend for you. We are part of a triumvirate of TTRPGs in the Norfolk space, paired with two wonderful shows who we've got to know really, really well, and we love to support each other and give each other a shout out and appear on each other's shows when we can as well.
Whether they like it or not.
Yes. So first off, we'd like to shout out Dice and a Slice. They are a D&D podcast set in a world of water pirates, strange gods, and deepening mysteries. Their 7th episode of their 2nd season dropped 2 days ago. And so there's still plenty of time to get caught up on what they're doing. They are so good. We love them to pieces. Yeah, it's really interesting what's going on. Lots of strange weirdness, and it's very exciting. Our second show we'd like to shout out is the wonderful Wicked Game. Our friends at Wicked Game are running a school-based, wizard school-based adventure called Divisia Census, set in their DM Lydia's homebrew world. It is really, really good, and I believe at the moment there's a little bit of romance in the air.
Little bit.
It's all got a bit.
I know. It's got like proper school drama now.
Yeah, they stream
Like season 1 Buffy.
Everyone's hooking up behind the flying broom sheds.
It's crazy. They stream every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. British time. So please do drop past if you are not following them already. They are really worth engaging with. They're lovely people, and the show is so much fun. We really love being part of them.
They're good eggs. We've
They're
checked
good
them out
eggs.
in real life to check that they're good eggs, and they're good eggs.
We poke them with a stick, and they're adequately firm.
I don't know where you were going with that for a second.
Apparently,
it's not just...
it kind of got away with me just a little there. But
apparently, it's not just the cats that are in a strange mood today.
We're all tired. We're saying dumb shit.
Another shout out we'd like to give today is to our friend Ursi Dice, who is a game designer. You can find them on Twitter. They currently have a Kickstarter about to launch, which you can get involved with beforehand. Just watch what's going on for a game called You Meet in a Dungeon. You meet in a tavern, you die in a dungeon. That's a weird way to spoonerise that, Chris. You meet in a tavern, you die in a dungeon, which leans into the great tradition of OSR, TSR strain, old-fashioned role-playing games, but with a modern twist and a sense of humour about itself, which a lot of those sorts of games sometimes lack. Ursi Dice is a lovely person. I've been chatting to them about their project online a lot at the moment, and we're very excited to see this all develop, and we're also very excited to see some of the live plays that are starting to come out of it as well. I think that's it from me for the minute. Wayne, you had some wonderful things to kind of talk about today.
I do. I just have 2 quick things to mention. The first is another shout out, and we wanted to give a shout out. We will put these details on our social media during the week, but a shout out to a friend of the show, one of our friends based in the US, the lovely Jay, known on the interwebs as Tall Squall. Jay is a storyteller, a DM, a cosplayer, a fitness nerd, a dog dad, and a proud homo aesthetic asexual. He talks very openly about some of these things, and he is now also an author. So we wanted to give a shout out to him. He's been a great supporter for the show, and his first fantasy fiction book, called The Vermilion Blade, is currently available on pre-order.
That's a sexy title.
That is
Indeed.
a good title.
So just for those of you that don't know, for books when they're being published, pre-order is massively important. So if you can and you're interested, please do go along to his page on Twitter or to the bit.ly link that we're sharing in the chat, and you can go and pre-order his book. Otherwise, please do just give him a follow and tell him we sent to you.
Just wanted to add to that, all the profits from this book go to the Trevor Project.
Indeed.
So
100%. Yeah, 100% of the the net profits are going to the Trevor Project as proceeds from this book.
What
So
a good egg.
yeah, and it's very exciting. So please, and he's absolutely lovely. So please do give him a follow if you don't already, and tell him we said hi. And then the last thing was just we are this week, and we will be releasing our second episode of Space at the Table. We've got a few really exciting episodes coming up in the next few months, which we need a bit of time to plan and gather some friends around for. But this week, Chris and I will be hopping on again, and we will be doing kind of a bit of a soft announcement for something that's upcoming. So that could be fun for people. And other than that, I am going to be picking Chris's brain about creating your own homebrew worlds and settings for D&D and other TTRPGs. Chris has obviously created this entire world for us and others in his long career playing D&D. But for me, it's a very new experience, and so we thought it'd be interesting to have a conversation about that online and hear your questions and input about how to create a world that is interesting to play in and how you go about even starting to do that. So once again, Chris will be sharing his information and knowledge. I will be sharing a lot of questions and confusion. But join us on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, 6 to 7 UK time, following which we'll be raiding our friends at Wicked Game that we mentioned earlier. So please join us on Wednesday and keep an eye on our socials for further information.
Yay! Amazing. Thank you. And I'm very much looking forward to that. Hopefully you can all walk around here with some ideas about making your own homebrew worlds, because the whole point of Space at the Table is that there is always more room for more storytelling and more joy. So, right. Well, I think that's everything. So, without further ado, let us recap where we stand. Our three friends, Parshkik's Chosen, have won a major victory against the enemies of the Scattered Lands. Moving deep within the Cairn, the single mountain that makes up the central island of Cloud's Cairn, they face down foes known as the Embers, a group of thieves, rogues, and ne'er-do-wells who had been profiteering by stealing Etherstone from the mines that they're in, also causing harm to the Crythoric, the strange sentient gem people who lived within the mountain. They face down with their long-term enemy Cotton, the barbarian rabbit folk, finally drawing an end to that conflict and putting him to death. In death throes, though, strange magics familiar to what they have been fighting since they first met together took over the rabbit folk, turning him into something else. A pitch desperate battle between our friends and their allies and the rabbits, and this strange spirit took place. One by one, most of our friends went down at one point or another, but with a couple of really clutch and clever spells from all three of Parshkik's Chosen, they managed to not only save themselves, but to banish what was left of Cotton to the realm of dust and shadows, the strange dimension where Aisling, their resident warlock, draws most of her power. After the effects, they have been relaxing, having a brief time to communicate and talk amongst themselves and some of their allies and the miners with whom they helped. They managed to kind of just touch base and figure it out, and we find them in the middle of that experience, kind of settled down. Aisling, we're going to start with you, because we know that you have just finished a very important conversation, a very revealing conversation with your patron, who explained that although how he guides your magic and the type of magic you use comes from him, it is your power that defines it. And he has given you the option to carry on as you are, to gain power as you are, or he has said you can bend your knee to the 13th throne, the strange alabaster throne you have already seen. Or he can activate the natural latent magics that you didn't even know you had within your body, turning you into a sorcerer. Or you don't have to do any of these things, but you requested that you would like some time to talk to your friends about what was going on. And he has agreed that that's not only a fair thing to ask, but a sensible thing to ask, admitting that he does not always lead you down the fairest path. So, you stand on the edge of the campfire, just a little ways away from your friends who are all kind of just reveling with the miners and some of the Crythoric who have come up. What do you do?
Am I with Rock and Eugene right now? Are we all standing together?
Not immediately together, but you can see them from where you are. You're just off the edge of the camp.
Okay. I think I might have a quick chat with Alabaster before I go and chat with those guys.
Sure, I mean, he's literally just closed off, so, but if you want to tap on the door again, just see if he's there.
Yeah, I'll just call him again.
Cool.
Can't get rid of me.
Oh, have you made a decision already? That was quick.
Oh no, not even close. Yeah, not even a little bit.
That'd be ridiculous.
But how do I, Alabaster? How do I choose?
Well, you
Like-
have a chat with your friends, like we discussed. You
Yeah.
think about what that means for you, and you give yourself some time and do what is right for you.
Okay.
Or, you don't have to do anything. You've done so much for me. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you had available to you.
Yeah, it's quite cool knowing that I've got, my own stuff.
Well, you're Fae, my dear. Like, all Fae are
Yeah,
a little
but
more
that's-
powerful.
Yeah, but that's normally like some chaotic nonsense. It's not normally stuff I can actually channel for useful things.
I mean, I'm not saying the magic I awaken in you is not going to be chaotic nonsense, by the way.
Well, yeah. That's fair.
I don't
Alright.
know what it will release in you, but it will release something.
I'm not gonna be like evil, am I?
Evil is, well, I mean, you're talking to a fiend. Our perception on good and evil is very different to mortal. Evil is more of a case of whether you live within moral guidelines or not, and how much you hurt other people when you're doing it, from what I understand.
Okay.
And I can't see you hurting people for the fun of it. Doesn't
No,
seem
I
like
don't
you
want to.
should.
Don't want to go off and do a big old murder on lots of people who I don't want to do a murder on,
Well,
kind of thing.
I should imagine then that you shall remain very much as you are, just with some new magic.
Okay, that's good. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to talk to my pals.
I shall leave you in peace then.
All right. Later.
You feel the connection.
Close my Motorola Razr. Hang up. Okay. I'm gonna eyeball out and see where my friends are.
There's a lot of partying going on and a lot of drinking. I think the last time we saw Rock, he was having a chat to Dulcimer.
Is he on the wine yet?
Oh, I don't know. It's up to Wayne to describe.
Okay.
Knowing Rock, it's entirely likely. Eugene, let's start with. Let's go to you next. Where is Eugene at this point in time?
I think Eugene is probably kind of on the outskirts of the partying, sort of trying to like observe what everyone else is doing and sort of trying to like get involved, but also he's quite anxious in these kind of social situations that he doesn't really know like what he should be doing. So he's that person at a party who's like standing in the kitchen, sort of just watching everyone else.
Can you make me a perception check, please?
Oh, that's not good. 6.
Before you quite know what's going on, there is a small pair of hands grab hold of yours and pull you into a circle of people spinning and dancing, and you look down to see the clever little female goblin that you guys rescued from the rescued with Dulcimer. Big grin, just trying to get you involved a little bit, and she takes you around a couple of times and sees how wonderfully awkward you are, and then just kind of bows apologetically and just kind of guides you back to the edge.
Oh, this is more awkward than before I was involved.
And they kind of like chuckle and make you enough, and there's a couple of people who kind of just slap you on the back and kind of compliment you and thank you, and then just let you back to your own.
Hide in the kitchen again, like never again.
I thought I wanted to be involved, but actually I'm fine over here.
Eugene just goes, is there a sort of halfway house between kind of in the kitchen and being thrown around a dance floor? Is there like somewhere in between I could maybe be?
Yeah, I'm not quite ready for the dancing.
Oh.
Oh dear, yeah.
Why do I feel so like I can relate to Eugene right now?
Massively.
Yeah, hands up if that's you. There you go. That's where we are. So yeah, I think Eugene is probably easier for Aisling to spot. But we will come to Rock. And where's Rock at the moment? Now you've just finished that conversation with Dulcimer, who is wandering off to find some more mead.
I think much to probably Aisling and Eugene's surprise, Rock is also a little further along, but also kind of on the outskirts of the party, kind of standing watching everyone, just sort of tapping his foot, but actually not really joining in quite so much, but standing with a glass of wine, of course, but kind of also just on the outskirts of the party.
Straight up wine rock energy. So I think, Aisling, you can see both of your friends off on their own, a little bit further away from the centre of all the partying and things.
I think I might want to go and rescue Eugene. Yep. So I think I'll head towards Eugene and grab a glass of whatever the fuck is nearest as I walk past wherever the glasses of whatever the fuck are.
Definitely some mead or some ale.
I'll grab some mead.
Yeah. And comes in like the biggest. Like, mead should probably be served in small things, but no, they've got flagons. It's that. I
probably try and grab it as I walk past, and then get hauled back a little bit. Like, oh shit, that's heavy. Okay.
I think Eugene also has one of these big tankards that he took to be polite, and he's just kind of been like slowly nursing it throughout the party.
Hi, friend.
He's taken
Aisling, hi.
At least a sip of it.
Hey, you good? That looked unfun.
Yeah, I like dancing, but I don't like spontaneous dancing when I don't know what.
It was kind of a.
It was quite spinny.
It looked a bit whiplashy, that whole situation. Yeah.
Anyway, how are you? What's up?
Well, I don't know. I wanted to talk to you about some stuff that Alabaster's mentioned. It's like good things. It's good things, but I don't really know what to do with the information.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's problem solving. I love problem solving. Should we get Rock?
What's Rock look like right now?
Oh, he's just standing watching, but he's like, as I say, he's much to your surprise, he's kind of on the outskirts, so he's not with anyone. He's just watching.
Does he have a wine smile?
No, he looks.
Make it.
He
so,
looks.
I think from this
Yeah.
distance, I'm going to make a perception check on that one.
Okay. That's a 26 on the wine smile
Blimey.
check.
No, he actually looks really far away in thought.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he's kind of watching, but actually thinking about something else entirely.
Also, excuse barking noises, by the way. It's my neighbour's dog. Bulba's busy being a good girl.
Yeah. Never have to apologise for
Couldn't
pet
be
noises
Boba.
on this stream.
No, she's a good girl. Okay, well, in that case, I think I'll leave Rock to his ponderings for a minute and just, I think we'll leave him be for just a minute. I think I'll just ask you if that's all right, just at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, Alabaster's, like, given me a couple of options for getting more, like, magic power kind of stuff, which is cool. But I don't really know what direction to take it in. And one of them was like handing myself over to this throne and sort of being like, yup, I'll bow and whatever, which I don't know. That one feels a little bit, I don't know how I feel about that one. Other one, though, sounds quite cool, which is, turns out I've got magic stuff anyway. Like, even without him.
Well, I
And
kind
he
of
was
assume
gonna...
that because you're from the Feywild, don't you all
What
have
is-
like?
How come everyone's assumed that I just had this and I didn't?
Well, I thought you knew.
How was I supposed to know?
I don't know. Can't you?
How do you know?
I don't
Do you
know,
have like
feel it.
a magic puberty? Like, how does this work?
Well, I don't know because I guess we're different. Like we get our magic from different places.
Ashling, your thought is slightly interrupted as Rock trips over
Rude.
at one of the log seating areas that have been made, trying to sneak up on the two of you.
What? Wayne, have you been typing cunning plans?
I think the two of you just kind of stop and look at Rock, who's just kind of like, for a second.
Hi,
What are you doing?
you good?
Well, I tripped over. I was coming over to talk to you, and then I tripped over. I mean, they should put markers on these things. It's very dark, and there's things and roots and things.
Why were you
I mean,
being so
health and
sneaky?
safety.
I wasn't being sneaky. I was being quiet. Not all of us have to. I don't make an entrance every time. Well, apparently I do tonight. But anyway.
Bullshit.
So yes, I just wondered what you two were doing because I was over there and I saw you, so I thought I'd come and say hello.
You look like you were in another universe. Yeah, we were talking about Alabaster's given me a couple of cool options,
Oh, well, that sounds
Like-
interesting.
magic wise. I could either sort of bow to the throne, the dusty, ashy throne, and get more power that way, or I could use some power that I've already got, which apparently is not a surprise to Eugene or Alabaster that I've got magic anyway.
But you are Fae.
Yeah, why does everyone keep saying that?
Well, because you are.
Yeah, I know, but why does that mean that I'm magic?
Because the Fae are inherently magic. There's magic that runs all through the Fae realm,
I
surely.
just
I
thought
mean,
we were all a bit weird. I didn't know we were all magic.
well, the two are not mutually
Well, yeah,
exclusive.
Oh,
took the
okay,
words
yeah,
right
that's
out
true.
of my mouth.
What are your thoughts, both of you? Like, what would you, if it was you, if you were in my situation, like, what would you do? Because I don't know which one. The magic that I've already got is quite cool because that's mine. But maybe if it was the throne, maybe I could. It would be like more powerful. I don't know.
It's a tricky one to answer, I suppose. I mean,
Or I could just not. He said I don't need to do those things. I could just carry on as normal.
I mean, I think perhaps for me, I would probably have a few sort of follow-up questions. Are there consequences to choosing one or the other? I mean, I'm always inherently suspicious when someone wants me to bow to any other power. It feels a little like you're committing to something. So, but that may not be a bad thing. I mean, but you should
Yeah,
kind of
but I
know.
don't want to be like staff.
Well, exactly. And what does it mean that you bow to the throne? Are you beholden to the throne? Are you held to some accountability to them? I mean, that's worth asking.
Any of you can make a religion check if you need to at this point.
I am super not proficient in that. Can I do it anyway?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will try. 13.
13,
4.
21.
21.
Oh,
Eugene, it definitely occurs to you that what Aisling is very loosely describing is becoming a cleric, which is
don't know what you mean.
swearing an oath to a god, but in turn that god, or in this case this seat of power, would provide Aisling with divine magic, which they could use to help them on their quests. Different clerics have different relationships with their gods. And I guess with that nice high roll, I think perhaps Eugene's like, well, you've all sort of roughly talked to Alabaster, so you know what his personality's like, and you can't imagine that a god, whatever the seat is going to demand too much. But yeah, follow-up questions, probably a wise idea anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a decision that you have to make, and I would say go with what your gut tells you or your heart. I don't know, one of those. But it sounds to me like what Alabaster is proposing is more like a pledge to him in sort of the way that clerics do. So he would become like your deity or
oh,
so it's not like you're signing your life over to him.
I won't have
or
to
that
go to church, will I?
No, I don't imagine so.
All right, that's good.
I mean, everyone shows their devotion to their divine presence in different ways. So I'm sure there won't necessarily be any praying or church going. But yeah, I imagine it's like that, sort of like a cleric kind of deal.
Okay. I mean, that sounds less, I don't know, subservient than the other thing that I was thinking it was going to be. So
Yes.
that sounds better. But
I mean,
I don't know.
There have been clerics who draw their power from all types of sort of sources and figures. So, and they don't
but I
have to
quite like
pray.
the idea of drawing the power from myself.
Well,
if that feels right, absolutely. Could I ask? Did Alabaster have an opinion on this? What did Alabaster say you should choose or think you should choose?
He just gave me the options and said I could do one of them or none of them, and think about it and talk to you guys.
I suppose it depends where you want to draw your magic from. Like, do you want to draw your magic from, like the wild nature? Do you want to draw it from your connection and your devotion to Alabaster? Or do you want to just carry on?
I think I like the idea of it coming from me. I think the words devotion to Alabaster. Right, if you're listening, okay, no shade. I think you're great. Devotion's a bit much, mate.
Well, I mean, I am listening, and I feel like you've got a little bit of the wrong end of the stick. It wouldn't be me. Gods, I really, really, really dislike the idea of being a deity. Mm-hmm. That sounds horrific. I mean, you actually have to work. No, it would be where I draw my power from.
Are they all right? Are they good employers?
Well, you've been there. What do you think? Like,
Oh,
They
they're
just
just their health
are, aren't
benefits.
Yeah.
What's
Do I get
their leave
dental?
like? Yeah.
They just are. Like, but you would have the ability to heal if you wished, or I'm certain whichever path you took within that would give you other abilities that you had not thought about.
Well, Rock just asked if. Wait, hold on. Right, guys, I'm just gonna have a quick chat with Alabaster. That's why I've gone a bit quiet for a minute. All right, no.
You do
Right.
realise some of that was initially out loud. It was. Just,
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
There's a
it's
bit of overlap sometimes.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
that's
getting
fine.
better.
We'll just talk amongst ourselves.
Give us. Okay, Alabaster. So Rock made a very good point. What do you think? What's your like actual opinion of what you think would be a good idea? Because you're like in my brain.
Well, I mean, it's very hard to say. Sometimes I feel like I can gauge what you want, and then you go and do the opposite thing anyway.
Amazing.
And then there's the cheese thing, which we really do have to have a chat about.
We do not need to talk about that. I can quit whenever I want.
This is an intervention.
Damn it! I've been tricked.
While you're standing there, Brock just kind of taps you on the shoulder a little.
Whoa. What?
So, sorry if I could interrupt. It's a little hard to tell when I can jump in because I can't hear. Just another question, perhaps. Is this is there like a deadline on choosing, or could you choose this in 6 weeks' time or something? Or because that would be worth knowing whether there was some kind of deadline or expiry date on the offer. I'm not entirely sure how it works with Alabaster, but that's all. Okay, go back in your head.
Thanks, Rock. Go back. Okay, I'll go.
Rock just walks back to Eugene and just goes, I really still don't quite know how it works.
I think as you come back, you really think he'd understand more. I mean, he technically has the same abilities.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't bloody understand, do I?
I mean,
We barely know what's going on.
No, we really don't know what's going on. We really should look into that sometime.
Yeah, maybe. It's fine.
Yeah, we're busy saving the world.
It's all fine. What could go wrong?
Did you hear what Rock said? I don't know whether you can hear what other people say or not.
What? To me or to
Did you?
Eugene?
To you.
Oh, I can hear what you can hear.
Oh, all right, cool. Does it have a deadline?
No.
Right.
I was quite explicit about that. This is about you and what you want. This is not about me.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
Okay.
Look, let's put it this way. From a completely selfish perspective, anything that you are comfortable doing is going to be easier for you to learn, which makes you more powerful, which makes me safer.
That's a win-win.
Exactly.
Well, if I'm honest, I keep leaning back to the idea of it coming from me.
Well, we can look at what that looks like, and I can start opening those magical channels for you, and we can have a discussion about... Yes, about what kind of sorcerer we think you're going to be.
Oh. Okay. What are the options? Like, what is it? Like a fire sorcerer or big sorcerer? What are we talking about?
I have this horrible suspicion you're going to be wild. You're going to draw...
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh boy.
I think we found the flavour. All right, babe. I'm gonna get back to these frivolities.
No, have fun. And when we're ready, we can have a look at that. And it doesn't need to be immediately. It can be when you are ready.
Cool. Well, I'm probably gonna get a little bit pissed tonight, so I probably shouldn't decide tonight. So if I try to decide tonight,
if you are
wild,
wild magic, we are definitely not doing it when you've been drinking.
Right, okay, yeah, here's the thing. If I try and decide tonight, you ignore me, okay?
Yep. You are on mute for the rest of the evening.
Alright, good. Okay. Later.
Have fun. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna go back up to my pals. Okay, I think I might have decided, but I'm gonna enjoy this party first because I don't want to decide after I've had this mead. And turns out this mead is gone, so I need to get another one.
How did you drink that so fast?
I'm not sure.
It's
I
disgusting.
really don't know.
Oh, it's rank, isn't it?
I mean, you can have mine.
Wait, why are you drinking it if you
Okay,
think it's
thanks.
terrible?
Well, I didn't want to
worse
be rude.
No, not you.
Well,
you
it's
finished that,
better
and then
than
you said it was rank. Why? What?
well, it's better than what we were doing a few hours ago, isn't it? Getting killed and scared and
Wait, so you're
sliced
drinking
up.
the mead because it's better than nearly dying ages
Yes,
ago?
celebrating the shitty thing we had to do earlier.
Oh, I mean, I can't
Just
disagree, I guess.
Should I just grab another glass of wine and put it in Rock's hand?
Oh, do you know,
It's,
I'm
incidentally,
not
the
even
wine is
gonna try
better.
It's fine. I'm just, okay. Well, good. I'm glad you've decided to wait until you decide.
I've decided, I've told Alabaster to ignore my decisions today because if we're going to be having a party, I don't trust myself.
Why do you never give us that caveat option?
Oh, yeah.
Why does Alabaster get all the best things? Well, Eugene, would you like something else to drink? They are serving some other things. They have some wine and some ale, perhaps.
You're not supposed to drink different things though after each other. How does
Aww.
the rhyme go?
Eugene,
Mead and then wine, and you'll feel fine. How it goes, right? It's just the other way. It's like bad news.
I have no idea. I've never heard that. That must be a you thing.
Well, doesn't it cancel out if you put them in the same glass?
What, together?
Yeah.
I think that's definitely going to end badly.
Yeah, I don't think anyone.
I'm
wins
trying
if
to
you do that.
avoid the
Eugene, you
feeling
did
sick.
you did drink literally about that much of an entire flagon of mead, so I think you'll be fine if you'd like to change now.
Sweet summer flower.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try some wine.
Fabulous. I'll just pop over and get you a glass. I'm going to go over and get a glass of probably a sort of sweeter wine if they have an option of wines.
I mean, most people have a tendency to keep like some of the more lighter, crisper wines for food that you would give to, not to say that Eugene is a child, but children would have with their meals and things like that. Just because not everybody wants to get hammered all the time, so.
Coward.
Not everyone wants to throw all the alcohol into a barrel and suck it.
Efficient.
There's also some nice ciders which, as you kind of wander up, the dwarf who's kind of opening casks, like you kind of go for the sweet wine. There's one that's practically just fruit juice. If you want that instead.
Oh well, let's try that. That sounds like it'd be sort of more palatable than the.
Yeah, and it's got a little bit of content to kill any germs in the water. But if your friend is not up for drinking, then this is a better option.
Great. I'm not going to think too much about the germs in the water comment. I'm just going to drink it. It's fine.
But that's standard.
That's
You kind of know that, like, unless it's kind of from spring water and stuff like that, any alcohol, any sort of drinks are made would like to try and kill the little bit.
Yeah, and I try not to think about that.
She presses a glass of wine and a little flagon, a little wooden flagon that's a bit more Eugene sized, with this very crisp, clear looking.
I pictured the flagon being the size of Eugene.
Look, when
Eugene
kids,
size.
When kids drink wine out of sherry glasses, 'cause they look like it's like that.
No, but most of them have been. Most you do notice looking around that most of the flagons are kind of designed, have obviously been bought by Ulf. And Ulf being
He's
a
got
half
big hands,
giant,
I imagine.
Yeah.
has a very different perspective of what a standard
Yeah,
flagon
kind of glad
would
I'm
be.
drinking
They are
wine.
kegs with a handle.
Exactly.
I'll bring back Eugene a smallish flagon of the cider thing that they offered, and just say, I was advised that this was very nice. It's a lighter drink. It's not quite as heavy as the one you were drinking that Ashling is now mixing with that. Anyway,
I'm just at the table making potions like a kid.
now
Rock, should we stop her? Or
it's
Good luck.
been a very stressful day. I think letting off a little steam is all right.
Right. Okay.
We'll just keep an eye on her in case she, well, I fell over and I've only had one glass of wine. So anyway, before Ashling starts sort of making poor life choices, I just
Oh, it's too
I
late.
think it's too
for
late
that.
for that.
Why stop
Yes.
with a vibe? I mean,
I think Ashling might multi-class as a bard at this point.
right. Well, I was just going to say we did a.
sorry, hang on. Sorry, guys.
What?
Goblins.
One of my cables has gone a bit funny. There we go. Excellent. Sorry about that, everybody.
Table goblins.
It was gremlins.
Probably the
I
cats,
had to go and take care of the gremlins.
Yes, I mean we did quite a remarkable thing. The whole fighting cotton thing and everything in the last few days. So, and I just wanted to say thank you largely for keeping me alive, mostly, because that was quite a. I'm terribly sorry about that. I don't like to sort of inconvenience people, and it was very inconvenient to do that. The timing was terrible twice. But anyway, so cheers to us for surviving, and thank you to you who for being there and things. Cheers.
Yeah, that's what we do, right?
Well, yes, I know. But it was just a little embarrassing, the whole dying and being up and then dying. It was all
So embarrassing.
it was really.
I'll come up and cheers with a flagon of what looks like the grossest shit you've ever seen.
Yeah, and Rock is very carefully not going to make sure it doesn't sort of flip into his.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we have to report back at some point to Auntie Needles, don't we? That was kind of where this all started. So.
Don't have to do it now, though.
No, just that was where we had to go next. I couldn't quite remember.
Yeah, you've let Ulf know that you quite clearly have let Ulf know that you've succeeded, showing up on the surface with Crythoric and kidnapped miners.
And still alive.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Ulf to come around halfway through the party and go, so we're throwing a party because you succeeded? Oh, no. No, it's dreadful.
What are you guys doing here? Get back in the thing.
Oh dear. Speaking of Ulf, Aisling, make me a perception check.
Where's my friend? 19.
19. Ulf is having a really long chat with the Crythoric that you recognise as Pearl. But just a few steps behind him, you can see one of those Minotaurs, kind of trying to find a way to kind of nervously walk up and talk to the boss. And I think if you from there you can have a quick insight check if you want.
Yes. Ooh, that's 28.
Oh, blimey.
The way that they are kind of like rearranging their clothes and touching themselves, you kind of get the impression that they would like to have a more intimate conversation with Ulf. So Ulf is going to be busy one way or another in a little bit. So.
Is there anything I can do to help this? Was it say it was a Minotaur?
Yeah, I mean, you could do whatever you like to, really, but I think Rock would like your attention for a little while longer first.
Okay, all right. I'll just go. I'll just look over and be like, okay, right.
That was really mostly what I sort of wanted to to talk about. Although I did wonder, following on from Ashling's conversation, I wondered, do you think we need any particular sort of skills in the party that I could maybe sort of help learn? I'm kind of feeling like perhaps it's time that I learned some new skills and
Ooh. You going to college?
I mean, well, certainly not. But at my age, that would be a dreadful idea. But maybe some new weapon skills I could learn, or I'm just, so that we don't die.
Yeah, anything that sort of helps the not dying would be good. I don't know what that entails. First aid training.
Well, I mean, I can do a little of that, I suppose, now.
Well, what kind of thing were you thinking?
Well, I don't know. I feel like maybe I could try and learn to not be quite so sort of squishy and, maybe.
Well, it's like whatever you feel like Alabaster was just saying to me, like the stuff I'll be best at is the stuff that I want to do. So like, maybe that's something to consider.
That's rather annoyingly insightful, actually.
Right?
I mean, you're pretty good with a rapier. Maybe you could practice swords.
Well, yes, I mean, I have extensive training, which, as you now know, was part of my growing up, really. I mean, there were things we had to do, and training was one of them, so that you could, find the most efficient way to apparently murder people.
Fight for the Empire.
Yes, quite. Yes. Well, if anything comes up, let me know. I just would like to, make sure I'm kind of more useful.
You can do stuff for yourself, right?
What
You don't like have to always do stuff for the convenience of other people, right?
Oh, it's not convenience of other people. To be honest, it's very inconvenient for me when I have to die twice in a fight.
Well, yeah, that is also inconvenient.
Yes,
but like, just so you know, you're allowed to, do a thing that you want to do, irrespective of what we want you to do, right?
Beautifully put. Thank you. Anyway,
I am an eloquent bitch.
Spoken like an eloquent bitch.
I'm on my fourth flagon of potion mead.
How do you drink it so quickly?
I don't know.
Aisling, can I have a constitution save?
Shit! The constitution of my actions.
You said fourth of and mixed in the same sentence.
Yeah.
That is a constitution save.
Fine. It's a 16.
16. Okay, you don't know how, but you are staving it off right now.
I am going to I'm going to take Eugene's flagon. And I'm in your head, Eugene. You hear me say to you, I'm going to say out loud, "Oh, I'm just going to get us another drink." And I'm going to say in Eugene's head, "I'm going to get you something that only looks like alcohol. Play along, and let's see how this goes." And I'm going to take out my Gadlock's hip flask of Gibness.
Yes!
And I can make it contain a fluid that takes on all the properties of alcohol, including the smell, taste, and viscosity, with the exception of making a person drunk.
That's amazing.
So I am going to use that, fill up the flagon for Eugene. I'm going to fill up a big flagon for Eugene, and I'm going to bring it back and say, "There you go. Aisling, Let's see which of you can down your drink the quickest.
What's the second effect of Gadlock's hit flask?
Well, I only I can choose, but in addition, when you imbibe the fluid and say a phrase, you gain advantage on all checks against fear.
What? That's amazing.
So what I think we're going to do is we're going to do probably going to do a con check because it's a physical thing to kind of absorb drink anyway. However, because the fluid in Eugene's mug is not alcoholic and has been designed to just look like it, Eugene can have advantage.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that I'm going to make sure that I say to Ashley, the cider smells quite nice, doesn't it? So she absolutely thinks that Eugene has alcohol in his flagon. Right. Come on then, Ashley. You're an expert at this. Let's see how this goes.
Have we rolled?
Aye. I'm ready. What
Ready?
are we doing, Con?
Constitution.
Just a check or a save?
We'll do a check because it's a competition sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm about to get drunk off non-alcoholic wine.
No, you're not going to get drunk, but what is going to happen is you're going to probably cough and splutter and not be able to drink it
Aww.
as fast. What did you get?
I got a 12.
12. And...
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you think you're doing this really badly and you're coughing and spluttering, and then you kind of do notice that Aisling is really struggling and is having to stop and go.
I mean, she has had
Particularly bad concoction that I've got in this one. Particularly bad one.
So Eugene wins the drinking competition set up by Rock.
Ashling's so proud of him.
I think he does do like quite a big burp. As
I think you do one that your
I've always
father
thought
would have
it's-
been proud of.
It's always struck me as kind of odd that people just like drink so much fluids when they're not even thirsty. Like it's just so much like liquid inside me. I feel like I can feel it in my stomach.
I think most the people do it for enjoyment. It's not just for thirst. I think it's kind of for the. Never mind. But I'm going to make sure as soon as Eugene sort of belches, anyone who's nearby that hears Eugene, I'm just going to look at them and just going to go, "Oh, Eugene won that drinking contest." I mean,
Yeah, Eugene won. Oh, Eugene won.
Aisling, are
So
you
good.
okay? You don't look so.
It was a really gross one. That one was really gross. It was really bad. I regret the decisions I made.
I thought you were an expert at this drinking thing.
Oh no, very no. I'm big amateur, bad.
Well,
Pause it out. Pause it
Eugene
out on the
beat
floor.
you. I mean, goodness.
Well done, Eugene. You did it. You're a man now.
So for the remainder of the evening,
You're a man now.
Aisling, you are effectively poisoned. Which means you have disadvantage on skill checks.
Cool.
As Aisling pours it out, she nearly does so
The grass
onto the
dissolves.
feet of a large, deep, sort of grey-skinned figure with sharp tattoos that you've seen before, who kind of just jumps backwards, looking really sort of nervous.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I shouldn't have snuck up on you all. I was just... sorry, I know you're all celebrating. We're all celebrating. Can I have a chat with Eugene for a second, please?
You just won a drinking contest.
Okay.
You just won.
I promise I won't. It won't be too taxing. Sorry. It's.
Okay.
And I think you guys all recognise Connor, the orc who.
Oh yeah.
Who was part of the greeting party that Ulf introduce you to.
yeah.
He was the one who was learning magic.
Was that guy? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
really embarrassed by his own intelligence, despite
Yeah.
that everyone else is very proud of him.
Aww.
I'm really sorry to interrupt your evening. It's just, well, Ulf said, and he's right, that I should talk to you about how you went about learning and stuff. Because I've got so far, and they keep getting me books, but I feel like I need more help.
Well, I guess books are great, but you probably need to find someone like a tutor or someone who can help you with the more practical applications. I mean, the theory is great, and reading books is definitely good, good practice to get into. But I found it really helpful to have someone show me how to do things.
So, who showed you?
Oh, my uncle. I mean, he's not actually my uncle, but never mind. He's a very, very good wizard, and he helped me learn things. So if you could find someone like, do you know anyone else who does magic?
I mean, just because one of the survey teams left behind a scroll and I copied it and it worked and I got interested in.
Well, you should be careful with that.
Oh no, I know.
You don't.
I mean, my find. This is one I tried to do find familiar to try and find you all to kind of see if you were okay, and yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Well, what happened?
I think I got it wrong, or the way I did it wasn't right, or I didn't have the right inks or something, and well,
Didn't find a book in a pub, did he?
No, what
Yeah, you
idiot
need to
would
be
do
careful.
But what came out, yeah, it didn't live long enough for me to put it out of its misery. To be fair,
Oh,
it was horrible. But so I thought I'd better talk to you about it because you seem to be really clever about these things. And I mean, I can do things like I can make fire with my hands. That's really easy. And I can now talk to people over long distances, but I need to be able to see them, which is really useful in a mine, by the way. Yeah. I don't know. I just hoped that you might be able to point me in the right direction so that I can get better at this.
well, you could always try enrolling at a school,
Oh,
a magic school.
do you think they'd take someone like me?
What do you mean, someone like you?
I thought you had to have money or connections to get into one of those places.
Well, sometimes yes, but I'm sure that there's like scholarship programs or something. I mean, honestly, I don't really know. I never went to magic school. I guess I was lucky that I had my uncle to teach me.
What's it
And
called? Apprenticeship wizards.
yeah,
Yeah, I do. I mean, do you think? I mean, I'm asking a lot. Do you think if you find anything like that, you could send it back here for me?
yeah, of course, yeah.
I really appreciate it. I love these people and they look out for me, but I feel like I could do more, you know?
Yeah, well, studying and bettering yourself is always good, regardless of who you are and where it takes you. I mean,
Thank you. And I think he just gently runs in very quickly and gives you a hug.
oh,
And just kind of steps back and goes, I really do appreciate like all of this. Thank you. I'm going to be really good. You'll see.
oh, wait. Just before you go, I would like to copy out the Find Familiar spell from my spell book, and show him how to cast it. If I can.
Amazing. So that is probably the rest of your evening. And I don't know whether that's something that would be really comfortable for Eugene and Randall. There's the two of you just kind of, everything else just kind of fades into the background. And the
I
two
think that's
mages.
definitely the way that Eugene would prefer to spend his evening, to be honest.
And it takes him a little while. He's ingrained some bad habits, but that's kind of expressed. So once you kind of teach him and you realise that it's what he's done wrong is really simple. He's tried to change the spell to make a different type of creature rather than just getting used to the creature first. And then after you kind of point him out in a couple of different things, there's a and this little winged cat appears in the circle and kind of washes itself and then just kind of regards the two of you with a "Yes, can I help you?" sort of way. And Connor,
Very important question. What kind of wings?
feathery wings.
Oh.
It is what people would know as a tressim.
Cute.
Yeah, all tabby with little like silver stripes and things like that, even down the wings as well. And but very much like you kind of automatically go, "Oh, he's got a pocket on his hand. This thing's got personality." He's so happy. He like just gives you this big old hug, and he like says thank you so much, and gives you some details about how you can reach him and stuff like that. And then he rushes off to show Ulf what he's done. And I think from where you guys see, you can see Ulf is very parentally impressed and kind of like is just really, really happy that Connor's managed
That's
to do
going
this.
straight on the fridge.
Oh, again, this is the thing. Like, I mean, and actually, you know Ulf quite well by now. He doesn't understand all this, but he wants, like, from your first energy, you kind of got this impression that he wanted Connor to succeed. Like, and that's
He's that meme of "Are you winning, son?" coming in while someone's playing a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh,
I have
winning.
no idea what's going on, but he's really happy that Connor is progressing. So aside from that, people do slowly sort of start to find their tents and tacks, sort of like settle down. Some people find other people's tents and settle down as well. The Crythoric make their goodbyes and
Aisling finds the floor. Settles.
Not before I show Ulf some sick new dance moves that I just invented.
And your nights gradually and slowly wind down. If there's nothing you particularly want to do or say to anybody this evening, you all can take a long rest if you haven't done so already.
Amazing.
Those of you that have the options you want to, your level up takes effect. Those of you who haven't, don't worry about it. We will get it sorted. It's all good.
Ashling's poisoning goes away.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. How
You are no
hungover
longer-
is Aisling in the morning?
Functional, but yeah, you
Do
definitely.
the Fae get hungover, or do they just get a second wind?
Oh, now she's all about the Fae magic.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even get a chance to sleep it off because you
Yeah.
don't sleep.
Oh yeah.
You just sit there all night with a headache.
This is the
Just spinning.
first time that you really regret taking that ability from Alabaster. Everybody else just settles down, and you're just like sitting there with your feeling the alcohol drain away, and the hangover start rising underneath as well.
The world just spinning around
Yeah,
as you lie there.
excellent.
Can't even make myself eggs to make myself feel better because that'll make it so much worse.
God.
The following morning, you all wake up in turn, with the exception of Aisling, who's just kind of just there, like there.
Like really bloodshot eyes, just like.
Morning!
Ah! What?
Oh, Lord. You look great.
Thanks.
Hello,
I feel really good.
Well, I think Brock will probably be up quite early. I think he kind of stays by the fire in the evening, just kind of sitting quietly as everyone else goes to bed, and then is also kind of up quite early. And you kind of find him just drinking coffee outside and sort of watching the morning. Watching poor Aisling wander in with her bloodshot eyes.
Standing up. There's no way she's standing up.
Watching Aisling crawling in on all fours.
Hearty breakfasts are prepared for all of you, and I think something
Eggs, Aisling?
something because it's that sort of people, something fatty is put in front of Aisling and patted on the back with and some water handed to her. Eat this, drink that, you'll feel better.
Okay. Yep.
The miners gradually start getting ready, and they actually start getting ready for work for the first part. There's a number of hangovers, but they still need to go back in and check the tunnels and start making sure that everything.
They do need to unionize.
Everything's safe for them to work and stuff like that. Ulf kind of starts organizing people. He's kind of, again, like, he's not taskmastering because he's not that sort of person, but he's like, we need to check everything's okay, see what damage the embers did to the tunnels, make sure the Crythoric have what they need. So we're just gonna, like, a day of kind of investigating, repairing, stuff like that. Not hard labor, but important work. They make sure that you're fed and prepped. A few faces that you kind of talk to, kind of say goodbye. Connor comes up and gives you all a hug, and he's with his tressym kind of like laying over his broad shoulders, just looking very pleased with itself.
I think Brock's going to kind of look at the tressym and just kind of go, Did you do that?
I mean, I had help. It was Eugene showed me what I was doing wrong.
And that's your familiar?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Well, you obviously have a gift for it. You should most definitely carry on.
Skin goes like this bright blue where he's blushing around his cheeks. I mean, I've only just learnt a beginning and stuff, but thank you.
I'm just going to say, well, I can't even do that, and I'm going to just walk away. Which is true, I can't.
He had a good future.
He's just really pleased, and he kind of promises to write to Eugene as well and let him know what's going on and stuff like that. Yeah.
Eugene has so many pen pals.
Dulcimer punches Rock on the arm.
Ow!
Give that to my brother. Give that to my brother, will you? Make sure that
You could bloody well come and visit and give it to him yourself.
I will eventually, but right now I have to help these idiots make sure that they don't drop rocks on their own heads.
Fair point.
Mama, the goblin's kind of like just behind, and she kind of chuckles and waves. Thank you for rescuing us.
Well, all we did was unlock the cages. You rescued the rest of them.
Well, we couldn't have done it without you.
Well, yes, that is true. But anyway. But well done nonetheless.
Just about when you are ready to go, you've got everything sorted. Ulf kind of wanders up, gives Aisling a whopping great hug.
Yeah.
And puts her back on her feet, and then kind of just goes, if you can tell Auntie Needles that we are back in action, and we will get the next few shipments through in the next week. We promise we'll get back on schedule. Thank you for everything you've done. You've actually made things better here somehow. How do you do that?
You sound surprised. Don't sound quite so surprised.
I asked for someone to come and sort things out to where they are, not make things better with the Crythoric. I'm
we just can't
impressed
help it,
and
you know.
happy. Just
just
take
happens
the
wherever
compliment,
we go.
you rotten goat.
Wherever we go, we just make everything so good, you know?
I love you.
Oh,
to
and if you-
pieces.
Love you too. If you see Crystal Puppy, give them a pat from me, okay?
Will do.
And do to take things slowly with the Crythoric. They're not particularly used to opening up to others, so do take it slowly.
Yeah, make sure all your team are like respectful and stuff.
Oh, after the last couple of months, I think they're going to be super respectful.
Okay.
And if not, I think my new foreman, he kind of glances over to Dulcimer, may clop them up the side of the head.
I'm just going to say loud enough that Dulcimer can hear. I'm just going to say, "Oh God, that's a recipe for trouble."
She blows you a kiss and picks up a pickaxe and wanders off into the mines.
I love her. I love her so much.
We don't know what happened to that dwarf that you guys mentioned. She slipped away, but I don't think she's going to be a problem again. So
No, she sounded like she didn't really plan on coming back. She wanted to get out of there. So
we'll keep an eye anyway. And if anything does come up, we'll let Auntie Needles know straight away and get some people in from the cairn. But at least we have a good relationship, thanks to you, with the Crythoric, so they'll come and talk to us first before they panic. Anyway.
Yep.
That's the hope.
Right. Well, it's always a pleasure, and I hope to see you again soon, but under better circumstances.
Well, I'm sure Aisling would love to dance with you again at another event.
Yeah,
it's all in the elbows, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I
it's
came
all
over
just
to dance with you last night,
aggressive.
but you were already in your cup, so.
Hey, now I taught you some good moves. Okay, remember, it's all elbows and aggression.
Yeah, like this.
Okay. yeah. See, you've been practicing.
Kind of just pats you on the, just kind of squeezes your shoulder. Well, I better
Oh God, don't squeeze too hard.
Have a good journey back, and let Auntie Needles know we're okay. Thank you again. And he kind of wanders off to kind of starts. And you can see a few people are kind of go, oh, and then he kind of goes, right, back to work, and they kind of all jump up and just.
I'm just going to say to Aisling and Eugene, oh bless. I love that they think they'll be able to see that dwarf coming.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Forgot about
that. At least you kind of walk away with the knowledge that she will choose better partners from here on in.
Mm-hmm. She better do.
Your journey back is probably easier than your journey out. Even though Aaron is not with you to guide you back, the three of you make your way back around the cairn, and within a couple of hours, you see the long bridge that leads back to the Fey Enclave, and particularly to the court where Mallory holds sway. There are some guards on the bridge as you come past. A couple of elves, actually, this time. One is a sun elf who stands quite tall, taller than most elves, and a much squatter, very pale elf, which I think Eugene particularly would recognise as a moon elf, much like yourself, but obviously of a paler hue. And they kind of nod and recognise you as you sort of come through. And you are let in and led back to Mallory's courtroom. When you arrive, things are slightly chaotic. All the tapestries are up at once. The reds and golds and greens and blues and everything. The smell, as soon as you open the door, the smell of baking assaults your nose. And you can see several of the butlers running back and forth with different accoutrements for cooking. As you step in, Auntie Needles, who's literally standing in the foyer with her back to you, rubbing her hair, just kind of shaking her head slightly, is there, and she's standing right next to a very tall, kind of orange-brown furred hobgoblin. with big, like feathery winged ears that kind of just droop with hair that kind of comes to the end there. And as you kind of all enter, she kind of turns and goes, "Ah, hello, you're back. Hello, children. How do you do? Please come in. Please excuse the chaos."
Is it an event?
No. Mallory decided she wanted to bake today.
Whoa.
Is that a big problem? I mean, there seems to be quite a lot of chaos for someone making some cakes.
The hobgoblin goes, I fear it is my fault, honoured guests. I've travelled far and she has not seen me for some time, so she has decided she needs to bake me a cake to celebrate the occasion.
How
that's
many
nice.
cakes?
Oh, probably just one. It's just that Mallory, being Mallory, has decided she has to do everything perfectly with every single kitchen and every single member of staff. It's all a little chaotic. And you kind of do see Mallory stomp out with very direct purpose. And she's short compared to how you're used to. She's probably only about 6.5 foot tall right now.
What?
Her long ears twitching behind her. She has all her hair tied up in this really fierce bun. She has this big pinafore on with that's kind of striped at the edges, red and white, and she's wearing a gingham dress.
Yes.
Which is tightened at the waist and just kind of spreads out behind as you're kind of used to it. And she stomps through.
Of course she does.
She goes, "Needles, darling. I can't find Rofert." And she goes, "Well, he was with you. He was with you, my love. I might have baked him into something. I better go and sort that out." And just kind of storms off in a different direction.
Note to self, don't try the cakes.
Yeah, I was going to offer to be taste tester, but I don't think I want to.
Both the hobgoblin and Auntie Needles do this.
Who or what is Roguefoot?
Or was?
He was our new butler.
Ah.
I hope he's still our new butler, and she hasn't actually baked him. And she kind of waves a symbol in the air and then kind of listens to the air for a bit. And "Oh, it's fine. He's just hiding in the pantry."
Well, it sounds like you have a butler that's sensible on your hands.
Yes, well, he's actually hired for a change as opposed to enforced. So,
Does Mallory often bake stuff into sort of confectionaries and things?
Mallory is Mallory, and as much as I love her, and I will always love her, she is a being of pure whim. Particularly as long as I've known her. From what I understand from some of the older Fae, she used to be a little more clear and a little more lucid. But she's always been like this with me. But she never means harm, and generally if we keep ourselves ahead of what's going on, we can shore off any major damage or danger.
Or hide in the pantry.
Or hiding in the pantry.
Good. Okay then, well, I mean, sorry to interrupt your baking.
Oh no,
day.
you are a very welcome distraction, I assure you. This is Sir Teramus Rick.
It's a pleasure.
He is representative of the court in Daklan.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, one of the courts, anyway. I'm not actually at the royal court, but I represent and protect some of the Fae under my auspice.
And you're here visiting for Mallory?
Yes, well, mostly to entreat, to maintain relations between the different enclaves, and to bring news. That's all. Gossip more than anything.
Anything juicy?
I mean, and he kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, a seat here." Well, yes, actually. And he kind of draws you all in. Lady Sprongs of the Fawns is pregnant. And the rumour is around the court that she is not pregnant by her husband.
Oh, that bitch.
But he will.
Knew it.
And I know how you satyrs get on with the fawns, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you are quite happy entertaining yourself for a second, Rick, I must have a conversation with our young friends here.
Don't stand near ovens or mixing bowls. I know
Yeah,
you're
but
quite a large gentleman, but you don't get cooked into something, yeah.
I shall remain out here where it's safe.
although I would probably keep moving. Stand still
Oh,
too
yeah.
long.
Seems like she's like a T-Rex. If you keep moving, then she'll notice you.
I hear the pantry's a safe place.
Well, I suppose it's actually quite nice that you at least catch Mallory on a lucid day. Come on, let's see if we can distract her for a moment and save the staff, because I'm certain she would like to hear all your news as well.
I love that on a lucid day she bakes staff into the cakes. I mean,
Standard.
She takes you through kind of some of the drapery just kind of pulls apart, and there's a familiar looking like throne area with a little tea table set up and things like that. A very nervous looking half elf man in a butler's uniform is kind of standing there, just kind of glancing over his shoulder to look to see if he needs to dive out the way at any minute. There we are. Right. Please take a seat. I will sort out some tea, and I will make sure Mallory knows that we need to have a quick chat. It takes probably only a couple of minutes, and then Mallory kind of sweeps through, and she's kind of brushing flour off of her, which is inadvertently turning back into ears of corn as it bounces on the floor behind her.
That's cool.
And you kind of watch as she kind of grows taller, and the gingham stretches out into a proper gown, and it turns into like a red and white striped gown.
I'm just going to whisper behind Aisling, and just every time Mallory does anything like that, I'm just going to go, Fey magic.
Does that mean could I?
I don't know.
Shit.
Mallory kind of sits herself and comparts herself in her throne, and she's probably back to about 9 foot tall at this point. And she goes, "Well, I apologise that last time we met I was not able to take active part in our conversations the way I would like to, but I am very pleased you are here today. I understand that you undertook a mission for my dear wife. How did it go?"
Well, I mean, it ended well. It ended well.
It was a success. It was quite a journey, but it was overall a success.
Auntie Needles kind of wanders back in with a tray and some tea and things and some biscuits, and just pops them onto the table for you all. Right. So how is Ulf? Did you manage to sort out the thing with the Crythoric? And good.
Yeah, Ulf says hi, and he's very happy that his mind's back up and running as I would say normal, but he said better, so it's running better.
Amazing. That's what we'd like to hear. The Aether Crystal will flow again. The relationship with the Crythoric is okay. Good, yes.
I think it's probably better than ever. The Crythoric have in fact agreed to open up and be more discussive with the miners, potentially so that they can both learn from each other.
That is wonderful. There's more than I could have possibly hoped for. Isn't that wonderful, Mallory? Yes, that sounds absolutely delightful. Which means that the mortals will get their pretty stones, and then they can make their pretty ships fly, and everybody's happy. Is that right? More importantly, we have a better position in front of everybody else. So everything works out. Oh, I do like a happy ending. That's really lovely. She goes, would anyone like wine? I feel like a wine.
Uh,
I think even Rock's like, oh no, I'm perfectly fine with tea right now, thank you.
Well, I need to get back to celebrate, because this sounds like a celebration, so perhaps I should bake you all a cake as well whilst you're here. We probably won't be staying long.
I'm terribly sorry. No, we have to report into Rebecca, and we have a journey. And
Oh, Rebecca, the one that's with all the sun energy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's the one. Yes.
Oh, she's pretty. I like her. She's got a good head on her shoulders as well.
She's cool. We like her too.
Must find her a present sometime soon. I'm going to go look. Enjoy your tea. And she just wanders off again with this storm of purpose. Like, I have an idea, I'm going to do the idea, which is so much different energy from last time you saw her, where she just kind of floated through, like, whimsically. Everything is, like, active and purposeful, and I must do this right now. And you kind of see a couple of the staff at the door kind of open it and kind of hide behind the door as she kind of storms towards it, trying to not get involved in what she's doing.
Wise.
Right. Well, thank you very much for the update. And I think you guys we'll extrapolate the fact that you kind of sat with and explained everything properly rather than see you go through it all again. Auntie Needles is very happy, and she right. Well, rather than keep you here or make you travel back, we'll send the cart back for you. But how about we go back and see Rebecca directly, if we can.
We can do that.
Fantastic. Well, if Eugene, Rock, Ashling, with your permission, may I use your house as a focal point for getting back to Cloud's Cairn?
Oh, well, it's Eugene's house, so...
Just waiting for that.
Me too! I was
Literally
so
waiting
waiting
for
for
that.
that.
It's up to him.
Actually, it's not actually my house either. It's my uncle's house. But yes, it's fine.
Excellent. Well, come with me. And she trots down, flits down with her little dragonfly wings to the floor, and then kind of starts tottering along with you all in tow, where she comes to a familiar oak door, which actually looks like the front door to Rock's bedroom.
Number 5.
She kind of looks and goes, oh, there's nothing you're hiding here, is there, my dear Dragonborn?
Oh, no, of course not. Says Rock, suddenly going...
And she opens the door into a familiar suite which Eugene had created you, and steps into your open area where you kind of have that entertainment space at the beginning, at the front of your room, and you kind of all step in. She closes the door behind you, and as she focuses and just opens it, and you can see inside of the mansion.
Wow.
Fey magic.
Makes me jump every time you do
Oh,
that.
no, I'm fairly certain Eugene can learn to do that as well.
Oh, well, that would be very handy, Eugene. You should
Yeah.
must.
Not yet. That's
You
that's
should
above
practice.
my pay grade for now.
Oh.
Sorry.
In fact, I'm fairly certain it was Perb who told me how to do it. She wanders out into the hallway and kind of gives you all space. Well, this is your house. I have to follow you now.
Well, it's Eugene's house, actually. We just live here.
Right. Well, follow me then, I guess.
And you make your way back through into the rest of your house, into one of the open areas, where you can hear as you come down the stairs, Uncle Perb.
Uncle Perb!
Deep in discussion with a familiar female voice. And as you come down, you see Elise busy scribing magical spells over a new-looking wizard's tome, and taking careful notes as Uncle Perv, in his normal way, is standing up with a chalkboard behind him, standing on the stool. And this is very familiar to Eugene. This is how they used to sneak away when he was being taken care of by the uncle to learn magic in secret.
Oh.
And she is very attentive. Standing by the door is a familiar-looking, heavily armored bugbear, looking like he is desperately trying to stay awake and guard, even though he clearly needs to sit down and have a rest.
And I will greet him as we come in. Morning!
Oh, all's well, sir. I would like to report that you... Oh, you're back. Well, it's quick, huh?
Very observant of you. Also, please stop with the Serb stuff and all the formalities. Really, you're welcome to do that when you're back home, but here you can relax a little.
It's just I've kind of appointed myself as your house guard, so...
Well, that's lovely, and we're most appreciative, but I'd still rather you didn't sort of salute and stand to attention. It's really quite awkward.
What I mean by that is mostly the lady Elise said, like, make yourself useful. I think mostly to get me out from underfoot, but I thought I would make myself useful by protecting the house, because I know how to do that.
But that is very useful, and we're most appreciative.
Not as exciting without my brother here to bounce off, though, I will admit. It's all a bit weird.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. I made the decision. It's just all a bit... I didn't expect that. I
tell you what you would find exciting, though, is if you wander around the house, you'll find that it kind of changes sometimes. That's rather unnerving.
And there's a big frog sometimes.
Oh, yes. Oh, don't touch the frog.
Do you need me to kill the frog?
Touch the frog!
No!
No!
Is the frog dangerous? Has it hurt you?
No! Frog is good.
Where
She's
did
called
the frog
Clementine.
touch you?
Calm down.
Show me on the stool.
Also, if you lick the frog, apparently it does some stuff.
Yeah. It's fine. She don't mind.
I'm not encouraging you to randomly run around licking amphibians, but
I
am.
Bosch gives you a look of... You do remember that I come from the Unseelie Court. Like, that kind of this sort of like credulous... I know what frogs are like. All right, sir, I will do a patrol. I will...
Give her treats if you see her.
Yes. Give the frog treats. Don't kill the frog. Right.
No.
Oh, and don't try and take the frog out of the house.
No, then she'll dematerialize or something weird.
Don't take the frog for walks. Okay.
No.
You could take her for a walk inside the house, just not... Yeah.
She's got a harness, but she's too fat for it, so...
Right, weird. And he kind of just bows awkwardly and just kind of zooms off it deeper into the house.
Rock's just going to say quietly, well, at least he's not bored anymore.
Exactly.
Probably more confused than he was, but not bored.
Yeah. Problem solved.
I think by this point in time, I think it's really easy to kind of say that Perb's lesson has been interrupted somewhat.
I don't know what you mean.
He kind of looks up and goes, you're back. Excellent. Yes, just research the books I asked you to, please, Elise, and just practice those spells a little bit. Yes, really good work today. And Elise kind of stands up and she bows and ever so slightly and kind of beams at you, because before when you met her she was all quite angry and edgy. She has already softened a little bit and she looks really happy. She kind of smiles. I'll catch up with you all later.
I'm just going to point at the board and just say to her, you're not showing us all up already, are you?
Oh, I mean, no. I mean, I've got to start from the beginning. I've only been doing my own magic, which is not the same at all. So it's quite exciting, really.
Well, it looks quite impressive to me, so...
She kind of... well, I'm going to go to the library and have a look at some books. I will see you later. And she bounds up the stairs 2 at a time, and you can hear her practicing, without kind of finishing recital, she's practicing different words in a spell. Just make sure she's got the pronunciation right.
I hope she knows about the Dewey Decimal System.
Oh, I mean, first lesson always, Eugene.
Okay.
Right. He kind of clicks his fingers, and the board just goes poof, disappears, and kind of steps down off his stool. Oh, right. Well, I haven't seen you for a little while, not since the ball, actually. How was your trip to the Cairn?
Eventful.
You said you needed help.
Yes, you got my letter.
Oh, yes, very pretty. Whose was that? That's quite a nice artifice.
Oh, just a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yes, we do need help. So I think Eugene would explain like all the things that happened, and then take out the memory crystal to show him. Yeah, we're told that you know how to perform a ritual so we can see the memory that's kept inside the crystal.
Ah, yes, I see now. He kind of looks it over. Kind of, you watch him weave familiar identify spell. And he kind of has a really close look at it. And he kind of looks over it, and his eyes settle on rock for a second. And he kind of looks back at it and goes, Revorkas, aren't you?
Yes.
Don't happen to have the family gift, do you?
Sounds like
Which gift is that?
Oh,
receding hairline. Like what?
the ability to talk in other people's heads.
Oh yes, of course.
Because I know that, pardon the genealogy, but I know most of the women in your family have it, but the men, it can and can't happen.
Yes, there's only those exceptional ones. Yes.
Clearly. Right, well, yes, I actually think that this will be relatively easy, mostly because we don't need to do a ritual. You just need your friend here to connect everybody in this room together momentarily, and then talk to the crystal as if it were a person.
I'm sorry, what? I talk to the crystal?
Yes.
What, like the Cairn kind of?
The crystal is not a Crythoric, but it has the essence of what makes a Crythoric. It is a Crythoric's memory. It's the copy of one. So if you talk to it like you are talking to another living being, it should engage you all in the ability to show you what it has.
It's not sentient. Should we put it on a pillow or something? I feel rude. Is it real?
It's not sentient. No, it's think of it as the Crythoric equivalent of a diary.
Ashling's
okay.
first thought: should we offer it some cheese?
Here, please.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm not entirely sure about the connecting everyone together thing, but I mean, I can certainly try.
I don't think you've done it before, but you have kind of expanded your ability a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. So, first thing to do is kind of reach out to your friends.
Right. Well, we've all sort of chatted before telepathically, so let's try and do a sort of a group chat, shall we? And I'm going to just sit and concentrate for a second and try and connect into my friends.
Could you make me a charisma check?
I'm going to tell Alabaster that the room's going to get a bit busy.
Incoming!
Yeah.
There's that familiar feeling of things being picked up and moved.
Mine.
That was an unnatural 20.
An unnatural
Ooh.
20, a dirty 20. Amazing. Ashling and Eugene, you both feel the presence of Rock's mind touching yours. And as soon as you open up in that way that you kind of do to let him in, so that you can have a conversation, you immediately feel each other and Uncle Perb at the same time. So the four of you are all connected. Right, Rock, this is, you kind of all hear Perb's voice in your head. If you wouldn't mind, just reach out to the crystal very gently, as if you were reaching out to one of us, and see if it will respond to you.
Does it have a name?
No, it isn't a person. I cannot stress this enough. It's not
Just a crystal.
It's just a crystal. You haven't accidentally been given one of the Crythoric here. You are not.
We're all so concerned.
Well, generally, my gift is to talk to people rather than things, so it's a little unnerving, sort of trying to. Anyway, okay. I will just settle down, and I think because everyone's connected, my friends will feel suddenly that there is almost a sort of. It almost feels like a slight drop in temperature, and like, when you're in a plane and you have a little bit of a drop. That kind of feeling, and everything gets very calm and quiet for a second. And I will reach out, and Rock just puts this kind of thought out to the crystal that says, kind of asks for permission to connect.
Permission isn't. I mean, I know you kind of reach out with this idea of permission, but what you find is it's already open, and you find yourself reaching into this space beyond it. And as you draw in, your friends come with you, and all your consciousness, you feel like this whole sweeping energy as if being pulled in, and you all wake up in this bright crystalline structure inside what is effectively a mind palace. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Ooh.
So we are going to take a quick break. We will be back at 5 o'clock on the dot. Just going to grab ourselves a cup of tea and something to eat and visit the facilities if we need to. We recommend you do the same. Thank you for being with us, all you wonderful people. We will be back in a little while. Crystal Parrot. It's the Crystal Zone, for those of you who remember.
Oh no.
We'll be back in a little bit. Bye.
Bye.
And we are back.
What's
Hello. Did everybody have a nice break? Did you stretch? Did you grab a drink? Are you feeling all right? That's it. Stretch.
Oh, that was crunchy.
Ooh,
Oh
like
yeah,
it crunchy.
clicky crunchy.
Did we hydrate? Good. Excellent. I'm really pleased and proud of all of you. So, before we leap into it, I actually did forget something at the top of it, and it's really bad because I'd got so much better at it. I would like to thank our wonderful, wonderful mods, Feline Trickster and Bespectacled Man, our wonderful Michelle and Nikki, who keep an eye...
Correct.
Nikki apparently shrimped and ate a spoonful of salt, so his afternoon's going very differently to the rest of us.
That sounds pretty good.
But yes, we just wanted to say a huge thank you to the both of them for all their hard work and keeping an eye on chat and just being there and supporting everybody. They are lovely people. They are here to help us create a really lovely safe space for anybody to come and visit us. But they do carry very big ban hammers, and they are not afraid to use them.
They're two-handed +3 ban hammers.
They are two-handed +3 ban hammers. Yes, Nikki, I'm playing you in shrimps and salt.
We're paying you an exposure, that's fine, right?
For all.
Yeah, they're doing it for the exposure.
That just makes me feel icky already.
Yeah, we'll tag you on Instagram.
Before the break, our three friends finally returned home after what has been, what's felt like months for us, to meet up with their expanding household family, and talk to Uncle Perb, Eugene's adopted uncle, who is a master of magics. They have just delved into the memory crystal they got from the Crythoric, and as the light slips away, you find yourself in a large crystalline chamber. What Rock, I think you would have heard about this even if you haven't constructed one for yourself. This is what's known as a mind palace. This is, each individual creates a safe space within their own psyche that is associated with things that are home for them. This particular one is blank, and you kind of get the impression that it's less of an actual mind palace and more like the idea to make it easier for any psychic to kind of reach in and find their way around. In the center of this large room with this kind of strange vaulted ceiling made out of these sort of gentle crystal beams, is a little dais with almost a completely perfect replica of the gem that you brought back, just floating in the center. Uncle Perb kind of straightens his robes. It went easier and quicker than I thought it was going to do. Massively good work, Master Iskarok.
Thank you.
Right, well, here we are. This is where the Crythoric wanted you to be, to show you what they had to show you. It is up to one of you to engage with said crystal and present it to the rest of us.
Go on, Rock, you do it.
But, okay. Do I just talk to it as well? Is that how it works? Is there a switch?
I mean, just try it. Just try reaching out and touching it, see what happens.
Do you mean metaphorically or actually?
Just with your hand. I mean, you're not actually here. You're outside in your own body.
I know that. I mean,
yes.
Okay, great.
Anything you do here is a metaphor for everything anyway. That's how it works.
Okay, great. I'm going to walk up to the crystal and offer it some cheese. No, I'm not. I will walk up to the crystal and kind of look at Eugene and Ashley and kind of shrug a little, and then just place my hand onto the crystal gently.
there is a feeling of falling again for a second, and you're all kind of drawn into a vision, which you are all becoming very familiar with now. It is the perception of another. It is, Rock, very familiar to you. It is an onyx throne in an ebony-coloured throne room, and the feeling of a sword through your chest. It's numbed, so you don't feel actual pain, but it's there. And there's another feeling. You kind of look up into the face of a cruel-looking dwarf in imperial garb, who is just pulling crystals out and kind of looking at them. And a voice, a familiar voice to all of you, reaches out and touches your minds. You need to go deeper. You need to remember before this. Rock, will you please roll me a charisma check? And you can add your proficiency for this.
Okay. Sorry. There we go. Fine. So I'm just rolling d20.
Yep.
And adding my charisma modifier and proficiency, correct?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, yes. So that will be a 24.
24. With Ghost's words, you know that you need to push past this memory. This is a residue. This is where... This is strong, and it was included because it resonates with you. So unfortunately, it is a really good place to cling from. But you pull back the memory, and it kind of disappears and ripples back to the face of a different dwarf, like older, like with a kind of like a greying blonde beard that's kind of braided with blue gems all the way through it, bright, almost unnaturally bright blue eyes, and rings round all their ears, and the station, like, and on their fingers, like a medallion of station as well. Which, can I have a history check from Eugene and Rock? I don't think Aisling would know this, unfortunately.
22.
22.
16.
16. You both recognise the symbol of the Thornhammer family. And I think with this, both your blood runs cold temporarily. And Aisling, you can feel this on the edge of your thoughts. Thornhammer, particularly Duragir Thornhammer, was the head cultist who raised Tharsix and turned him against the Empire. But this man doesn't look like the depictions that either of you have seen of him. It's about this time that you realise this dwarf is laughing and joking with Ghost, and although not all the memory is there, there is an impression, and names. 4 names stay with Ghost through this conversation. These are the names of the mages who protect the scattered lands. This man, Restir Thornhammer, is sharing it with Ghost because he trusts Ghost. And he wants Ghost to take it back to the ground memory so that if anything were to happen, somebody could get those memories back. He talks about a cleric, a guardian of the Tempest, a man named Obin Realmist. He talks about a druid, a dreamer, a master of shape-shifting magics called Allocaster. He talks about a wizard of particular skill and cunning, an elven man, Lathiel Zilman, a master of gravity magics. He talks about... Sorry, that's 1, 2, 3... Chris does math. 4. Atzi the Builder, a sorcerer and a builder, one of the smartest men that Restir has ever met. As this memory fades away, you all feel the touch of Ghost. I did not meet all of these people, but they or their descendants or their people who knew them may know what you need. Find them and you should be able to find the temples. I think you all come back to the room that you are actually in. And I don't think whether you realise it or not, when you touch your face, you realise that you have all been crying. These memories are weighted with sorrow and pain. All 4 of you sit around this crystal in the middle of your lounge, just kind of looking at each other.
Why are we crying? Why? What? Why do you all look so sad? Why am I so sad?
Sometimes reaching within other people's memories and thoughts means that you feel some of what they feel.
Oh.
And I'm guessing that's part of why we've reacted like that.
Do you want me to repeat those names at all, by the way?
I think I've got them.
Okay. Between
You may have to
Spelling will be artistic license.
yeah, well, welcome to Fantasy Names.
Yeah.
Between sessions, I will throw up some information on those names for you all in the
It's
chat.
D&D. There are silent Q's and X's all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm just going to... So the first thing I'll do is just say to Aisling and Eugene, didn't they say there were 5 temples?
5
Oh.
names?
Yeah,
4 names.
5.
I've only got 4 names.
Obin Realmist,
Yeah.
Oh, he's one of them.
Allocaster,
Oh yeah. No, I've got him. Yeah.
Lahil Zilman,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Atzi the Builder,
Yeah.
and Restir
And
Thorn.
Restir.
Oh, Restir
Oh,
was one
Restir
of
counts
them.
as one of them. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Sorry, that's
Yeah,
fine.
me neither.
In which case, I don't say that at all.
Well, one of those names is familiar to me, at least.
Oh, really?
Are they?
Yes.
Well-
I killed a Thornhammer.
Oh,
Good start.
I killed a very
Well-
dangerous man with your father.
But I mean, if you're talking about Duragir,
Yes.
well, then yes, but I mean that was not Duragir.
No.
I mean, families don't necessarily all follow the same path, do they? So, but Eugene, is that who you were talking about?
actually no. Zilman.
Lethiel Zilman?
Yeah, Zadia Zilman. We met her.
Oh yeah.
The elf from New Doan. Her name was
From
Zilman.
New Dawn,
right?
yes.
Are you going to tell them the other bit that you know about that name?
Me?
Yeah. Woman may very well be your aunt.
Well,
Oh yeah.
No, don't mention that. I will mention that for the audience who may have forgotten, but this is the woman who may very well be Eugene's blood aunt.
That's a very metal name for an aunt. Blood aunt.
blood for the blood aunt.
Good night, everybody.
No, he is not going to mention that because it's not.
Christmas shopping just got way more interesting. What are you buying? Blood for the blood aunt. But yes, I hadn't made the connection with Zadia Zilman, but now, yes, I suppose that is slightly coincidental. Chris, do I recognize any of the other names at all?
Make me a history check.
Yeah. History. 21.
It's not enough.
Whoa.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it is. It's definitely...
These, even with your love of stories and your exploration and worldliness, you have not heard of a lot of these names. But that is not unsurprising, considering this is a group of people who took a great pains to try and keep themselves hidden from the world.
Yeah. Right, well...
I tell you what, I will give you that, though. They definitely implied that one of them was a cleric of the Tempest.
Yes, I did write that down.
Worship of the Tempest, although it happens, is not as broad as the other 13 seats. Or actually, well, apart from obviously the empty throne. Of all the gods, the Tempest is the one that you try and avoid invoking as much as possible. So their clerics are not really very common, or if people do worship them, they tend to be sailors who are trying to appease the Tempest from stopping him from bringing storms on them. It's more common to praise his wife, the Sky Maiden, and ask her for favourable winds and good guidance than it is to invoke him.
Always just ask the wife. She'll know better.
Yeah. or her lover, the Navigator.
Hell yeah.
So you would definitely get that from that role. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose at least there is one obvious connection that we know of with Zadia.
Mm-hmm.
But if these people were great mages, I would assume that somewhere in our history there would be mention of some of them at the very least, if we could do some research, perhaps.
Now that we've got the names, we really know what to actually look for. That's always good.
Well, yes, that's a bit more of a sort of clue than I thought. I thought we were going to get some vague metaphoric sort of arrows
same.
pointing.
Also means that if you are actively in the field, you can rely on some other people to start researching where you can start looking next.
Yep.
In as much as, if you'll have me, I would happily lead your home-based research team.
Well, I'm sure Elise would help as well. I mean,
She's coming along leaps and bounds. I don't want to interfere or step on your toes, Eugene. This is your life, and I know that you've been trying to
and your
move
house,
forward
yes.
without the Bright Blade's interference. But I am happy to help if you want me.
Absolutely. I mean, I would be worried that you have other things to do with your time.
I feel like stopping the scattered
mean,
lands
yeah,
falling out of
that's
the
true.
sky probably takes precedence.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I could offer someone else for the research team. I mean, I'd have to ask him, but he does love research, and he's quite good at it.
I'm expecting certain young grey tiefling with some aptitude might.
Oh, Gristle, yes, he was quite good with the books, wasn't he?
I hit Rock on the arm.
Yeah, I'll
Do
send
that
him
again for me.
No.
Damn
But
it.
yes,
Yeah,
he
I
was
do
very
raise
good
my
with the
hand
books.
again, but Rock sees me.
Sorry,
He was very good with the books and the researching and things, wasn't he?
I'll reach out and just make sure that you might be pleased to know that he has officially been released from his apprenticeship, from what I understand. I think he wanted to tell you himself, so if you do meet him, I didn't say anything.
Look surprised. Got it.
Yes, but he will probably be more free to offer his assistance. But I shall write to him and ask him, unless you want to do it yourself, of course.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Oh no, I think you should, Eugene.
Okay. Well, I do have other things to tell him, I suppose.
Oh, quite a lot by the sound of it. Which reminds me, we should probably get you up to the Citadel to report in to Rebecca.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm interested to know if she has any information for us, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, she was looking into something for us before we left.
Oh, I'm interested now. Anyway, right.
Oh no, it's a secret. Sorry.
Which also reminds me. Sorry, there's a letter for you, Rock, on the ottoman at the front. Came by yesterday morning.
Was it hand delivered or general?
Yes, small girl, big personality. City-born lass. Said that it was for your eyes only and nobody else was to touch it, so I left it where it was and instructed the staff to do the same.
Oh, well, okay. I'll have a look. Thank you. Well, yes, I suppose we should report to Rebecca. Well, particularly with this information now that we have it.
I think that's probably a good idea. Yes. Right. Well, I'll get the teleportation circle ready as soon as you are comfortable and ready to go. Come and join me there.
Cool.
Great. Thank you.
Are you going to open your letter?
Yes, I'm in the other room. Just.
Well, go on then.
But yes, all right, fine. Well, just stay here. I'll get it, and I'll go and find this letter.
Letter is it's kind of in very broad, sort of quite scratchy handwriting, and just your name, just Rock though, not Mr. Rock. And it's kind of, it seems like quite official. And you kind of turn it over, and it's got Loot's odd shop seal on the back.
Oh, right. I will open it.
It's not so much a letter as a set of documents.
Invoice.
No, it's not an invoice. It's an invoice. You underpaid. Here is the charges. No,
That's
it
a load
is.
of photos.
This
is for knocking over that vase last time you were here.
It is. It's actually something that you were looking for, and it is a set of notifications and documents and things like that that trace back the history of a certain box.
Yep.
What is interesting is it doesn't quite go the way that you anticipated. The box was indeed bought by a subsidiary who, upon looking into more closely, appear to be attached to the Embers, or one of their fronts, which there's a handwritten note saying, disbanded quickly as the watch seemed to be onto them. And it kind of goes back through different things, and you find that it comes from Daklan. Particularly, and just give me a second because I just need to check a piece of notage. Particularly from the desk of... Too much information. The desk of the University in Daklan. Am I logged in? That's probably why. So bear with me 1 second and I will give you a name.
Oh my goodness.
Actually comes across from the desk and the department of Abir Galsin, the Master of Histories from the Thessaline University, though it does not seem to have been sent by him directly, rather somebody in his department. And there's actually a couple of notes in that handwriting that says, probably not this person, but somebody who was there or had access. This is where it was taken from, and that's how it ended up here.
Okay.
Hope you're okay, Loot.
XOXO.
No, XOXO, just very
Bullshit.
Right. Well, I will walk back to the group.
My
and-
conspiracy board is getting very messy, everyone.
There's a lot of red twine. A lot of
This-
red twine.
Honestly.
So yeah, I will walk back and inform them of what has been said and.
Oh, yes, there actually is a name that he... Sorry, I tell a lie. There is one name that he says seems to maybe have an association with it, but he can't prove just that some of his informants seem to suggest that the person may have had access to it. Someone called Linwar, Linwar, Gerthier, Gyrthir.
Gerthier?
Gerthier. Linwar Gerthier.
Thank you.
I hate you all. Am I having my Pervon moment? Yeah, okay, fair enough. It was going to happen at some point, yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, well, I will share this information and then. I think
You're still sniggering.
Well, I'm looking at Nikki's thing. That's the guy that made Wide Hamilton.
And scene. Oh dear. Yep, I know
Yes,
what that
you
feels
know.
like now.
After sharing that information, I think Rock's going to kind of just sort of sit, sort of stroking his chin and his sort of beard, hair stuff a little while, and then just go. I have no idea what this means.
What? But you were looking so pensive.
Well, no, I was just trying
Well-
to figure it out, but I'm so confused now. I don't know
Oh.
what this is connected to. I
I
don't
thought
know.
you'd sorted it out.
Abir Gelson, he was at the ball.
Was he?
One of the representatives from Daklan.
Oh. I'm glad you're keeping track of stuff.
Well,
no,
I mean, you were-
Mish
you-
guy.
You were very sort of close
Head
to
of
them
the-
and chatting.
Thessaline University.
Take you over it.
Oh, I didn't catch his name. Oh, well. Wait, that's Abir Gelson?
Actually, he's just a very short human, but Sorry, that's my
That's
fault. I probably
hilarious.
Well-
misrepresented him when you first met him.
Sorry,
the
that's
red
what
hat
it says
with
in
the
my
beard,
notes.
really.
That's probably me, to be fair.
I will amend it now. Just a small man, just a very small man.
Just a wee lad.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they seem to imply that it wasn't necessarily him, but at least if we would need to find out a little more about the other person, we could at least ask him, perhaps in confidence, without having to poke around too much. Although why it would have come from there, I don't...
Curious.
Where had you expected it to come from out of interest?
Oh, genuinely had no idea where it would...
I assumed it was something to do with the embers, but
Yeah, I mean, I knew it would be connected to them. I thought we may have a name from them or something. That's what I expected.
So the idea generally, I don't know if I explained it well enough, but the Embers bought it, but they bought it through subsidiary companies to try and hide their own tracks. And then it's one of those things that they weren't as careful as they thought they were, so the Watch were onto them, so they disbanded those businesses after the event.
Yeah. Right, well, I mean, we seem to have several leads to follow,
Yeah.
and a bit of research to be done.
We've got a research team we can put on it as well.
Apparently so.
Yeah. We don't have to do admin anymore.
but we still can do research.
Don't worry.
as
Yeah,
well,
you
right?
can still. Yep.
Oh,
don't,
of
don't
course,
worry.
yes.
It's
Well, and they don't have to use your library. They can use
no,
somewhere else.
like a disposable one.
I was
that you can
just
just like-
following. Aisling, what admin exactly have you been doing that is so
Oh!
tedious?
Just so much of it. I mean, with it. Oh, you should see the filing.
All those, all the
Files. All the files.
Now, forgive me for being rude, but underlining rude words in the dictionary is not filing.
Right, you can shut up. Okay, you're not helping. And it does help because I remember the rude words better if they're underlined.
Well, it does make you more articulate, yes.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Feel very attacked right now.
So should we go see Rebecca?
Oh yes.
Oh,
yes.
My
yeah.
uncle's waiting for us, I think, at the teleportation circle.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go there.
yes.
All right, let's do that.
I would like to just. I'll meet you there in just a minute. I just would like to pop to my room and freshen up a little.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna whisper to Aisling, outfit change, and I'm gonna just disappear to my room for a minute. Chris, I would like to, in my room, I would like to take out the one male bird that I have, and I would like to write a quick note on that and send it off.
Lovely. This is something that others will find out about next week. Yes.
And then I'll run back down and join them as they are hanging out with Uncle Perb.
And I'm livid that there's not a dramatic wardrobe change.
Oh, there is. I just clicked my
Okay, good.
My outfit's now all tidied up and looks more like a formal suit than a travelling gear.
Okay, good. I'll allow it.
Oh, yeah. And I've got my gold scarf on again.
Of course. For swishing.
Totes.
Amazing. So Uncle Perb is in the middle of the magic circle. He's adjusted some materials. He has just about finished ritually casting teleport, ready for you all to arrive. There you go. I just have the last symbol ready to, and then we can step through. Are you all ready? Got everything you need?
Oh, do we need to bring stuff?
I don't know.
Oh, you brought rations and sleeping stuff, yes?
But we're just...
Ooh, what?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding and push Aisling into the circle.
Just as you're about to do that, Perb just kind of jumps down and makes the last symbol before she
Oh, for
ruins.
God's sake!
And she just disappears through.
Could have sent me into purgatory without finishing the shit.
How did Aisling die? Well,
She didn't die. I mean, I've still got.
We just
this
don't know
leg.
where she is.
she can come back later as the big bad.
Yes.
The circle sparks open, and one by one you all step through. Four of you arriving in a familiar chamber at the back of the citadel. You can all hear a lot of shouting and running around.
Someone baking again.
No. Different sort of. This sounds like a different sort of alarm.
Does this sound like, as in an actual alarm, like fighting alarm?
Not quite. More like. So make a perception check, everybody. Let's roll dice before we roll dice and tell stories.
Oh, a natural 20.
There we go.
Hey. Oh.
Finally, one today.
14.
14.
13.
13. Well, I think it's all enough. I think with that, Rock can make out individual conversations and stuff like that. But what you get, the general essence, this sounds like some sort of emergency quieting down. And Rock, you can hear people shouting for clerics and healers, and the like. And you step out as you do. Like there's two guards, kind of two of the tin hats, cross their halberds for a second, and then they see it's you four, and they kind of step back. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to wave my badge at them.
They just step back and, sorry, you've caught us at a very tense moment. Are you here to see the mayor?
Wait, hold on.
What's going
What
happened? We were attacked. The citadel was attacked by people inside it.
When?
That doesn't sound right.
Where is Rebecca?
She is in her chamber. She's fine. A few of us were injured. You both know Corporal. You both know Sergeant Grimm, don't you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was very badly injured. But we'll let the mayor tell you what happened. Please come with. Kind of pulls a whistle and it kind of grabs a couple of the tin hats who are kind of running past, and they kind of salute and they guide you to Rebecca's office. At no point are you left on your own like you normally are. And as you go through, you can see you see into several rooms, and there's several clerical staff have been injured, like with knife wounds, and there's fire elsewhere. And
Jesus.
and there's a couple of bodies you kind of pass over, and they're trying to keep all on the down low as much as possible. You can see one of the staff sergeants kind of searching the body of one of the clerical people. And I think we'll kind of let that perception carry over for Rock, because he's now on high alert. And as he steps through, he sees him pull back the robe to reveal dark armor underneath and a tattoo of a flame on the shoulder.
Uh-oh. We're gone for 5 bloody minutes.
I will very quietly mention, literally just to my sort of companions, I'm literally just going to say, the embers.
Oh God, really?
You step into Rebecca's office and you can hear her giving orders to people, and a couple of clerical people kind of run past with like flanked by soldiers. You go in. She's actually in her ready room on the other side, but you step in through her office as normal, and you see that there is a big red stain on the floor next to her desk. It looks like something has been thrown over, and her sword is on the desk, and it's actually not been cleaned yet. As you step through into the chamber beyond, she kind of turns like almost like aggressively, and then she immediately calms down as soon as she sees you. Oh, thank goodness.
Yo.
What
happened?
So, it appears that whatever you did stirred up the hornet's nest, and the embers made a desperate attempt on my life.
Oh.
And she kind of sits down. You can see, like, she has got to know you all a bit better, and she's very comfortable with you. And you can see this is the first time since whatever's happened she's been able to sit down, and she just slumps, and the energy, and she kind of just holds it together, but you can see she's a little shaken by all this. I was talking to Sergeant Grimm about a potential transfer, and his theories about some of the things that have been going on in the fog ring. And she kind of points to an empty chair. My assistant, who I've had for a year and a half, pulled out a knife and lunged for me.
What?
If Sergeant Grimm hadn't still been in the room arguing his case, I'd have been dead.
Well,
Is
the
your
guard said it
assistant-
was people like inside. Was there loads of others?
Lots of others. The general attack across the whole building, we think there must have been about 20 of their spies.
That we're just here for
that were just
ages.
here. Sleeper agents of some kind.
Oh boy.
It explains how Cotton got into the ground ball. It would explain why they've managed to stay one step ahead of us despite Julie's assistance.
Well, yes, if they're here and can literally be ears in the corridors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and she just puts her head and says, I followed Pyron's recommendations.
Uh-oh.
Pyron used to be on the council.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, may want to stop that.
Yeah, I might want to fire him. Ah! Get it?
Eloise! She stands up and she shouts, and this very proper-looking city-born woman with dark hair, who's trying to tie it back into a bun, despite the fact that it's clearly all come loose at some point. And she tried to make herself look. She's a very stern-looking woman, but she kind of steps and kind of gives a slight bow. Eloise, I'm sorry to put this on you as well. I know you're trying to do everything else. I need a list of everybody that was hired when Pyron Pyrus was a member of the council, and who came on his recommendation or on hire of somebody that was in his offices. Eloise kind of nods and goes, of course, my lady. And she kind of looks over and goes, do you need refreshments at all? She goes, we'll sort ourselves out. You've got enough on your plate. Thank you so much. And thank you for stepping up. She just steps back and she kind of just rubs her temples a bit. Well, I hope you've had a better day than I have. Please take a seat. I could do with some good news. Please tell me you have some.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, overall, I think we have got quite a bit more information. It's been quite eventful, but yes, all in all, I think I would say we have good news.
Oh,
I mean, the bar's not high compared to what's gone on here, so...
So what do you tell her? We won't go through, the whole... Presumably you tell her about what happened at the Cairn.
Yeah.
Do you tell her about the memory?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see why not.
And do you tell her that you have been into the memory and extracted names?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine she would have called on Perb to do it anyway.
Yeah, she would have probably...
Are we going to tell her the names as well?
I think if you go
Just in
to, she
case.
holds her hand up. Not at the moment. Not
Yeah.
until
Right.
I've
Yeah.
purged anything that may go back to the embers.
A horrible term. But yes, so we at least do have some leads to follow. And Rock is very loudly going to say, which we have shared with several people, so lots of people outside of this room know the names.
that's something. I can't thank you all enough for doing this. I do have your reward sorted out. I was expecting your return.
I hope so.
Well, you've never let me down, and
You've never let me down by dying.
yeah, and I would only expect positive results from some of my most reliable friends.
Before we go on to that bit, although I would like to discuss the reward, if you can't trust your own staff here at the moment and are still looking to find out what's happening, perhaps you should contact Julie and see
yes.
if you could perhaps draw on the magpies for temporary protection.
I
Good
think
idea.
that's a phenomenal idea. Yes.
If they've made one attempt on your life, it is likely there will be another. And
you don't know that
everyone-
20 was it. There might be more of them.
Exactly. And until you're sure, of everyone I can think of, the magpies are the ones that I can personally say I trust every one of them.
Yes, I mean, some of the tin hats will raise an eyebrow, but Tyre has them mostly under a tight grip at the moment. I'm thinking about promoting her, and
Do it.
and definitely Sergeant Grimm now.
Well, I think the Tin Hats will understand that what you're doing is to ensure that you can make sure that those who are here are doing so for the right reasons.
Absolutely.
Also, the magpies are pretty good at being discreet. It's kind of their thing.
She smiles. I'll reach out to Julie. I'm sure she can provide some associates who can look into this. Eugene, you seem very quiet. Are you okay?
Yes.
I think Aisling, you've got quite a high insight. Rebecca is very much one of those women that the best way that she can handle an emergency situation is to take care of those people around her.
Aww.
So that is less for Eugene as it is so much for I need to do something. Someone must need my help or guidance or something to stop me worrying about this right now.
Oh, do you know what you could help with is whether perhaps now is not the time to talk about any information you got for us.
She taps her head.
Of course, I will speak in her head and just say, of course, I can try and connect us again.
She nods.
And I will then just kind of look at Eugene and Aisling and they hear in their head, can we have a group chat again?
And you do. It's easier this time. It feels more natural. Uncle Perb kind of politely states, I'm going to have a look around.
I forgot about him, sorry.
I'm going to have a look around once you catch up. I will let you know what I find. Just kind of wanders off. So, you are all connected. And Julie keeps making small talk to kind of...
Rebecca
keeps making small talk to kind of make sure that you all sound like...
So we're not all just four people sitting in silence looking
Staring
at
at each other.
Almost
like
she's...
half an hour.
Yeah. And I think you all kind of hear this chuckle for a second. Oh, sorry, I'll pop out. This is funny. I take it that was your friend. Yeah, fair enough.
He's Don't worry about it.
So remind me, there's been a lot today. What information was I particularly looking for you?
You were going to look into Pyron for us because I had that sneaking suspicion that he was behind it, and
So Pyron name appears on the registration for several companies that have been sprung up and then disappeared quickly, shifting money through the city in a way that we were not expecting.
That doesn't sound dodgy at all.
When Tyre started looking into it with some of her constables and the help of a couple of members from the Adventurers Guild, Murrug's daughter, absolutely uncanny mind for finances.
Leave.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah,
Really impressed by her.
she's very, very efficient and very, just quite scary too.
Yes, a formidable young lady. She will go far in life, I think. We discovered that he had been laundering money through the city for some time through a very legal way, but filtering it down to illegal partners. It has put into question some of our practices in terms of how we let people set up businesses. When we started to peer into it a little bit, we found that there might be outside influences, but we couldn't figure out exactly where they were coming from. And then today, I was going to go on a tour down to the dockside when this attack happened. Now, I have my suspicions, and you must let me know what you think as well, but I don't think they actually wanted me dead as so much as busy.
Ah.
Well, if they knew you were going to go to look into things, then yes, it certainly would have been a delay at the very least. But they obviously weren't that concerned about your death being a side effect of that.
No, I'm certain Pyron and his new masters would have shed no tears.
In case you have any doubts, you are aware of Ashen Relhurst?
She kind of squints her eyes for a second. Only by rumour.
Well, he's very much real.
You met him?
Very briefly.
And he did send regards to us.
Wonderful.
From Pyron.
Yeah.
So, if there was any doubts, we're pretty clear.
Well, that's Pyron gone then, and I imagine they will have burned any connections that we have for him at this point. But that is not to worry, because that means that they are done with Cloud's Cairn for the now. We'll carry on rooting out what we can and finding out maybe they've left something behind. Any clue that we can to find out what their motives are, what their end goal is, and where they've gone.
Well, they've also been mining and stealing ether crystals, so the fact that they're done with the Cairn makes me even more nervous, to be honest, because it feels like they're moving on to the next phase of whatever this plan is.
Mm-hmm.
I'll reach out to the others in the other nations. We'll start. I think we'll probably need more than Julie's help in this.
They need to go on a no-fly list, for sure.
Alas, with Pyron's resources, it's not entirely unimaginable that he has a couple of airships of his own.
Well, he's getting all those bloody crystals, isn't he? He's got enough fuel.
I just wish I knew who his master was, because we could start putting feelers out in the right direction. However, that is not to rob you, and she says this outside, of your achievements. And she kind of stands up and kind of wanders over to a desk where she taps on a couple of things and the little area springs forward. This is half of your reward. And she kind of pops the small bag. Well, it's not a small bag at all. It's about this. With 200 platinum pieces in it.
Oh! Oh!
If this purse seems a little heavy, it is because I am very much aware of what we must ask you to do next.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Which is to pursue these names that you have found. Whatever else is happening with Pyre and Pyrus and the Embers, whatever Ashen Rowhurst and his master's mission, we must make sure that the small folk are safe. And the biggest way we can do that is by finding these temples and making sure that the scattered lands remain.
And if we just happen to bump into the embers whilst we're doing that...
I mean, I'm going to shed no tears if they happen to fall off the edge of an island.
All right, cool. Just so we're clear. All right, good.
I would like to talk to Ashen or Pyron if you get your mitts on them, though.
Oh, I'd like to have a word with them too.
So, the second half of your reward. In a week and a half's time, I have commissioned an airship to take you to Fallen Peak, where you shall take ownership of your very own vessel.
Ah!
The Dragon's Wish.
What, as an airship?
Your very own airship. I'm
Oh,
afraid...
is it owned by all three of us?
Well, yes.
How wonderful.
Fuck's sake, Rock.
You will need to travel elsewhere to man it, as unfortunately the people at Fallen's Peak cannot do that for you. But I believe they're going to give you a guide to allow you to start doing that. They usually provide a temporary staff to get you to somewhere where you can dock and hire.
Cool.
So, in the meantime, you have some much needed rest, and I would ask you to all take it, because you are going to need your strength, I fear. Whatever.
I mean, I hope you don't mind me being forward, but I think you could do with some rest too.
Yeah, babe.
Right.
Several 100-year-old demigod, Aisling, babe.
Come on, babe.
Babe.
Get yourself a hot chockey.
Draw a bath, get a glass of wine.
I shall do so. I promise.
Promise?
I promise. I
Alright.
swear on my heritage.
No farting around out there. Straight to rest.
Straight
Okay.
to rest. I shall.
Is there anything that we can do here right now?
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is move on with your missions. Get yourself ready. Let us know if there's any resources that we can help with or provide.
Okay.
I presume you have a team that are going to support you. Have you sorted that out yet?
We've got a research team now.
Perfect. I may have somebody I would like to suggest.
Oh.
A young prodigy who came back from university in Ashore recently. In fact, I think, Eugene, you may be familiar with her. She grew up on your island. A young woman called Millith.
Do you know them, Eugene?
Yes. Very well.
Are they nice? Are they good? Yes.
Well,
I mean, you don't have to...
insufferably good. Yes.
Is there? I sense a little bit of tension. Is
What was it? The
Oh, no,
body
we're not-
language, the eye roll.
That's you, Rock. That's
Which
you.
part was the giveaway there?
No, it won't be a problem. It's just
rivalry?
that. Yeah,
I understand.
you could call it that.
Yes.
Oh, don't be absurd. You want Parshkik's chosen.
Yeah, we've got
No
badges.
rivalry.
And technically, she will be working for you.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that. That does seem pretty good, actually.
But she is also very good. She comes
Yeah, I
highly
know.
highly recommended. And if you're going to be out in the field, I would have someone that you trust at your back, even if you don't like them very much.
I mean,
mean,
Uncle
she's
Purple keeps
fine.
them in check.
Oh, very much so. I think Perb goes very easy on you three, but I have seen him angry, and he's quite ferocious.
I want to see him angry now.
I know.
You don't.
Oh, can't I do though?
No, you really don't. It's quite terrifying.
But now I really do now. The more you keep
Please
saying
don't
it.
make him angry. Please.
New
Ashley-
goal: annoy the gnome and survive to
Ash-
tell the tale.
I've just got a side quest marker pop up.
Ashling, I have full faith in you. If anyone here can annoy him to the point of insanity, it's you.
Rude.
Amazing. Right, we'll go and get some rest. I'm sure you have a lot that you need to sort of think about, and I need to go and get some
Rest.
something
Yes.
to drink first, and then some rest.
Okay, good.
I'll speak to you before you head off. I promise. Right. So she escorts you out, and you do see her go back to where her decanter is, and she pours herself a glass of wine and kind of salutes you before she grabs some papers and her coat.
Good.
Rock salutes her with his hip flask.
As you're making your way back out through the chaos, things are settling down now. There's a few people sort of sitting in hallways and stuff. It looks like basically these people just went doolally with blades at anybody who was there.
If I may, while we're walking through, can I keep my eyes out for if I can see Grim anywhere? Because they said he was a bit rough.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okie dokie. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You do not see Grim. You kind of get the impression he's probably been taken away to an infirmary somewhere.
Okay.
You do see a small halfling with very dark skin and big brown eyes and braided hair, which is tied up and just kind of onto like a big loose bun, which kind of drapes back over her shoulders. She is kind of peeking out from the corner, and she looks like she's trying to decide whether she wants to talk to you and whether she should talk to you. As soon as you wave to her, I'm really sorry. Hi, my name's Timid.
Hi.
Hi. Everyone's really busy, and you're Parshkit's chosen, aren't you?
Yeah?
Hi. So you've seen weird things, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Would you mind? Okay, so I'll explain what I am. It's my job to keep the chapel clear, and I work with the keeper of the chapel. They are very busy at the moment, helping out with all this, but I just noticed something, and I wanted to tell somebody because I feel like somebody should know, and I feel like it shouldn't be somebody from a church, because if it's somebody from the church, they're gonna cover it up, and it's really weird. And I'm really worried about it.
Okay. Timid, breathe in.
Okay, yes.
No,
Sorry.
slower than that.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just like let's move away from all this stuff.
My dad is
Let's
always
just come
telling me
over
I get really wound up, and I should calm down. And
Just come over here,
okay.
and we'll sort of move to the side of whatever drama we're near.
Well, she actually, if I can I guide you to show you what I mean? It's
Please do.
she takes you back through to a larger open area. This is kind of somewhere that you probably went to at the party at some point, because they would have had people. It is. It's a chapel. It's a chapel dedicated to the 12 gods, the 12 major gods of the scattered lands. But like a lot of the free nations, there is a 13th plinth for the 13th seat. Because even though there's not a god there, a lot of people kind of still go, and it's not uncommon for people to say things like "and one for the 13th" or "the 13th bless us" or things like that for offside, almost agnostic luck, if that makes sense.
Just in case.
Just in case, yeah. I don't really want to invoke one of the gods right now, but I'm sure there's a deity out there that might want to watch over me, that sort of thing.
One that doesn't get a shout out very often.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, oh, me!
There is the 13 thrones presented, each of them with the 12 gods in their allotted place, and off to one side, the 13th throne sitting empty. As is traditional, the major guardians and saints of each of the gods have their symbol beneath it. As soon as you get close, you see why she is confused. In the blank slots they leave for the guardians and the saints, there are 3 new symbols. The first of which is 3 crossed blades. The second of which is a shield with 2 cunning eyes covered into it. The third is a broken axe casting the shadow of an upside down rabbit.
Oh, feck.
They weren't here this morning, and then I came to clean up because I didn't know what else to do in all of this, and they were here, and I just wanted someone else to see them because the clergy will come here and they will hide it. I know they will hide it, but someone needs to know.
Okay. I'm gonna. Are they like? Are they like embossed? What are they?
Yeah, they're kind of carved.
Okay.
Are you going to do a rubbing?
Yeah. Can I tear out some pages from my mega sketchbook?
Absolutely.
I wanted to have a word with her while Ashling was doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say to Tim, and just say, so just as a general question, in kind of ordinary clerical procedure, what do these symbols do? I mean, when do these get put in? Do new saints get added? Do people add them when something happens? Like, what is the significance? If I'm obviously not aware of these things.
So, in smaller chapels and churches, they are carved in by seminary members or individuals who come in. Rebecca always said that this was the Mage's Tower, and that these were in position when they built the citadel around it. This marble is laced with ether stone. It picks up the changes and shifts of the gods and their saints. So it's never happened before because none of us would have seen it, but the idea is if a saint falls or is replaced by one of the gods, that their symbol will automatically update to represent the new saint or guardian. I think
So
she did once, and she kind of said, and she kind of wanders over to the Eastern Dragon. The blue dragon that used to guard the East fell and was replaced by a silver dragon. I remember my mum told me about that, but that was a long time ago. But
So basically, these symbols appearing is saying that there are 3 new guardians or saints.
Yep. For an empty throne, which we don't know anything about. For a god that we don't know who.
So they're all around the 13th seat.
They're all these 3 symbols are on the plinth that the 13th seat sits on.
Okay. And do we recognize any of these symbols?
The other symbols?
Yeah.
Around the room, you probably would do. I won't list them all off here.
No, I mean the 3 symbols. The new symbols.
They are brand new. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, make a religion check for me. Actually, anyone who wants to.
Yeah.
a 23.
23. No. In all your research and all your time, you are emphatic. These symbols have never been in any book you have ever seen.
I'm just going to look at the symbols and just going to say to Aisling and Eugene, I don't really want to say this, but I'm going to. Did Cotton not have a great axe?
Yeah.
And that looks a bit rabbity, that bit.
So if any of you have watched Watership Down, the beginning,
Oh, God.
the Black Rabbit of Agrabah is like
Ugh.
that, but inverted with the axe embedded.
That's annoyingly cool.
I mean, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it's rather coincidental.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Right, but what about the other symbols?
Yeah.
Wait, who have we had dealings with in this whole thing? Are there other people that these symbols could refer to?
Well, perhaps one of them is... How many arms does Throne's Blade have?
I was just about to ask that.
She has had 3 pairs of arms. What she has left is 4. 3 on one side, 1 on the other.
But the thingy has 3 crossed
blades.
blades, right? And then a shield with eyes. A biblically accurate shield.
With 2 eyes.
Yeah, and the eyes, you're not entirely certain. It's one of those things where these things are always open for interpretation, but there's something clever and cunning about those eyes.
I feel like we're missing something, but it's hard to concentrate with that damn dog barking next to me.
Yeah,
Whose dog is that? Because that's not my one.
Dog in the
And it's not
citadel.
here.
Someone's taught the dog out.
It's our neighbours. It's actually no. It's like there's this little Westie that's being walked through, kind of doing a sniffer run, and it's kind of barking at everything that goes.
And a yelling run.
It's a Westie searching for more spies. It's okay.
Good.
Well, perhaps we need to put a bit more thought into the people we've encountered and see if they fit with any of that. But this player can't remember, so.
Nope, need to get this one.
I mean, you can make a general intelligence check if you want.
I mean,
can I do that as well?
Yeah.
General intelligence is about all you'll get from me. Oh yeah.
I got a 10.
10. Okay.
Right in the middle.
What do I add for intelligence? Oh, 0. Okay, well, still, it's a 19.
19.
It's 24.
24.
Ooh!
Aisling, you're like, this is really weird, and what are they talking about? You're from the Fey Enclave. They're not particularly religious, generally. Like,
We're a bunch of heathens.
didn't really find much out about the gods until you left. Rock and Eugene, you think it's quite logical to follow that suspicion that the third symbol is something to do with what happened to Cotton.
Can't fucking get rid of him.
The 2 symbols, the hierarchy indicates that he is below the symbol of the 3 swords.
God.
And it's not unreasonable to think that that could be Throne's Blade. Who was the last person who took Cotton for you?
Throne's Blade?
Yeah, Throne's Blade reached through and took Cotton when he was banished.
With you, and then since then, these symbols have appeared.
But what's the shield?
I think Throne's Blade mentioned that there was Throne's Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
But it hadn't been seen for a long time.
Forgot about that.
It's fucking alabaster, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have a word.
Yeah. Right, well, now I'm very confused, but at least we have leads to follow.
So,
No shortage of those.
I think once you calm Timid down, and she knows that somebody that can be trusted has the information, she's quite willing to let anything that happens happen. In fact, she actually kind of found it. Eventually, she kind of comes up with this idea. She kind of disappears out back. She's furnishing like this plaster of Paris into like little discs, which she pops over them.
Yep.
To hide them.
I'm glad I took copies of them before she did that.
She did that.
Yeah, because that way no one's going to deface them before, and I'll mention it to Rebecca when she's less.
Yeah, give her a minute.
Because it's all a bit. And then and she just kind of this is something really sad. It just sounds really weird. I've had a terrible day, and you're all supposed to be quite strong and brave. And can I have a hug?
Oh God, Timmit! I immediately hug her.
Rock will reach out and pat her on the head while she's being hugged back.
Great.
I'm really sorry. It's just I've only been here a couple of months, and it's all a lot. Like, and this.
Oh mate, it's okay. It's all right. It's all done. All look how many big people there are that are doing all that stuff for you. You don't need to worry about it. You need to just go have a bath. All right. Not saying you're stinky or anything, but like just relax.
Aisling, not everyone can leave their duty and go to have a bath.
Yes, they can. Little scared ones can. So it's all right. I'm still like hugging her as her little legs are not on the ground.
If anyone asks why you're not at your post, you tell them that Aisling said it was all right.
I've got a badge. I can do it.
I mean, you guys do actually hold a bit of weight around here. I don't know if you know that or not, but thank you. I really appreciate this. And
did she just call me fat?
Well, ignoring Rock's comment, she does feel like she's a lot brighter. It's almost like she just needed that moment to let loose a lot of tension.
Can I just whisper to Aisling and just go so that she can't hear and just go, how do we know she's not a spy? Should we kill her?
Not right now, probably.
Okay.
Giving a minute.
She stabs you. No.
Initiative, let's go.
You leave Timmit to her duties. She feels.
Oh yeah,
like
I should probably put her down, shouldn't I?
She feels like she's a lot.
I thought we decided we weren't going to kill her.
Aisling, she needs to breathe. Aisling, she needs to breathe. Put her down.
This. We need a Timmit in the household. We're gonna have a Timmit too. Like.
Yeah, this is ours now.
God, you're gonna need to expand your house, Eugene.
Yep. You guys are let out of the citadel, and you make your way back. On your way out, Perb sends you a message saying, "I'm going to catch up with Rebecca. Just let her know what I found. I'll meet you back at the mansion later."
Okay.
You make your way home. Settle in a little bit later. Perb comes back. He kind of indicates that there were a number of wards and things that had been put through, so at least one of the embers had actually known some sort of semblance of magic and quite clever about it. He has done a full sweep of the citadel. It is now clear. They found none of the embers that survived stayed. They have all escaped. They're chasing down what they can. Rebecca sends her thanks for your support. She doesn't believe that they're going to find anything. They think that this has all been a distraction and a sacrificing pawns to get the rooks and bishops out of play. He kind of flops into a chair pours himself a whiskey. But this has been a day of revelations. Still.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
We've still got work to do.
Oh.
So, young ones, I would get some rest and go and deal some of those personal matters you've been bubbling over for a little while. I will gather our team together and we will start looking into those names and see if we've got someone to point your ship at.
Good.
We're
Right,
going-
well.
Unless there's anything anyone immediately needs to do, I will wrap it up here.
The only thing I would like to do is I'm just going to just try and grab a minute with Perb on my own. And I'm just going to say to him, you know the magic circle-y things that
Yes.
you do, and
yes.
we just kind of appear somewhere else, all that stuff. Are those? Would you be able to do one of those for me if I got you in touch with the right people?
If I know the circle I'm sending you to, yes, absolutely. If I've been there, where are you going?
Have you been to many places in the Empire?
A couple of places in. Oh, you're looking. Oh. It kind of draws a couple of symbols in the air. No, the magic symbol. Okay, I can get you close, but I can't get you exactly where you need to go. Your family's in Belwar, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can get you close to there. I know a magic circle that way, or I can just teleport us. There's a certain amount of risk, but I'm sure we will be fine. I'm familiar with the location.
Okay, let's have a word tomorrow.
I'll pull out a map and I'll show you where it is that I can take you to.
Perfect. But first, I'm just going to have a glass of wine and put my feet up.
Is there anything that Eugene would like to do before we wrap up today?
No, I think Eugene's gonna go to the library and assess his conspiracy board.
Yes.
Aisling. Actually, no, we're going to do it this way.
Whoa.
You have been given the details of the skyship that will how you are going to get to Fallen Peak, and requested that you all arrive back from whatever you are doing by that time. If you have things that you want to do in downtime, you can do so, and you can let me know offline. Moving forward next week, and this is to our audience as well as our players, Charlie is unfortunately not going to be with us because other things are going on. But
Well, she's not being kidnapped again, is she?
she's not.
Fucking better not
No.
be. God damn it.
Rock and Eugene, we're going to do a little one-to-one session with each of these characters next week, where they are going to explore some of their own story and chase back some of the things that have been going on for them in the background. So that's going to be fun. And what we're going to do is we're going to have everybody who's able to be present, and we'll just kind of bounce between the characters a little bit to kind of tell their story. What they do find one morning is a note from Aisling, written in her normal hand. Alabaster's got a couple of ideas. We thought it best not to put you in danger. We will see you in a couple of days. Love ya.
How did you know her sign off?
Kidnapped by Alabaster.
Lol, bye.
And from Aisling's point of view, one morning, Aisling.
Eh? What? Wait, is this first thing in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, you don't sleep anymore, so.
Ooh, oh, yeah.
I love the idea that you don't sleep anymore, but you still are really bad at mornings.
What?
Aisling, so many questions and so many things happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time you and I went back to where this all started.
Okay.
I
What?
think-
What? How?
I think we need to go back to the temple you found the puzzle box in.
Uh-oh.
And we should do it by ourselves, just in case what we find is dangerous.
Yeah,
others.
I should have been more cautious back then anyway, so I should probably learn from my mistakes.
Yes, but you're much stronger and much smarter now, so we can do
Hey,
this.
she felt that look from Rock.
Also, and kind of, you feel that pull to the item that you've been holding in a cloth in your pocket.
The one I'm not allowed to touch.
He's asked you not to touch. I'd like to find
It's in my
out-
hat.
Oh, it's in your hat.
Yeah.
I'd like to find out more about that.
Oh, it's on top of Eugene's cranium.
Oh, I'm sure we can do something about that. I mean, Eugene falls asleep in the library all the time.
Oh yeah, they still sleep, don't they? All right. Ha! Sucks to be them.
So I would like you to roll me a sleight of hand check versus Eugene's passive perception, which I think is...
I mean, it ain't high.
If I crit fail this, it's gonna be fucking hilarious. I'll just smack him in
My
the head.
passive perception is 11.
11.
So
Okay. That's what you're
I
having.
don't think it will be.
Does that include Pocket standing by watching you?
It depends whether you summon Pocket or not, because you've kind of been leaving him out of it for a little
Pocket's
bit.
probably asleep when I'm asleep.
Oh no, Ashling.
I did get a 4.
You only had to beat an 11!
Oh, dear.
Oh, Chris.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eugene.
So you
Whatever
woke him
I end
up.
up doing.
So you wake up.
With Ashling's hand in your hat.
Your hat being pulled by Ashling going dun 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 dun.
Ashling,
I'm gonna swap it out with a book, like Indiana Jones.
It's not
What
on
are
his
you
head. He's going to
doing?
put it onto one side, so you're pulling it along. And I think you're humming to yourself as you do it.
Ashling, what are you doing?
Morning.
Hi. Again, what are you doing?
There was a bee.
Is it a library bee?
It's a dungeon.
Where is the bee now?
Well, it went under your hat, and I was gonna try and get it. Ow!
Right. Okay.
Of-
What
Can
what,
I
what,
have the
what do
puzzle
you
box,
actually
please?
want?
Can I have the piece in the puzzle box, please? I'm not going to touch it. Not it. I'll touch the cloth that it's in, but can I have the thing, please?
Well, yeah,
I
it's
didn't wanna
yours, of
I
course.
didn't want to wake you up.
He'll reach into
Pick up.
the hat carefully and
Okay.
get the piece.
Yeah, pull it out of one of the pockets, just as designed.
Here you go. Be
Thank you.
careful. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna do some investigating because I don't need to sleep anymore. So I was just gonna do that whilst you guys are having a nice rest. I was just gonna do a little bit of work.
You're volunteering to do work.
It's fun.
Who
Yeah,
are
fun.
you and what have you done with Ashling?
Still confirmed.
Scuppered, run.
No, that will not reduce suspicion.
I mean, you can have the piece. It's yours. But
I just didn't want to wake you up. You always look adorable when you fall asleep in the library because you're just like nested in books.
Just be careful, okay? I'm not going to ask what you're doing. Just be careful.
Oh well.
Thanks, Eugene. You're the best.
Alabaster says you're the best. Oh. Okay, good. Back to sleep. This is it's all being a dream.
You're closing your eyes.
Good night, sweet prince.
Just get out of here.
Just putting
sneak
things
up on
on
me like
Eugene. It's like a big book or something.
Ow!
Hi, night. Love you, night. Have a good sleep.
Night.
Having had that very strange interaction with Ashling, Rock comes down to find this note. Shortly before Eugene kind of appears from the library, rubbing sleep from his eyes, and wanders down to find Rock standing in the hallway with a letter.
Oh, gods, now what?
What's wrong?
I'm just going to hold it in front of Eugene's face. This.
Oh, right. Yeah, she sort of took the puzzle piece from me last night and...
What? So Aisling has gone with the puzzle piece and Alabaster. Somewhere we don't know.
Yeah,
that is dangerous.
I trust Aisling.
Wait, are we talking about the same Aisling?
Look, whatever's going on with Aisling is Aisling's thing to deal with, and if she thinks she has to go do something without us, then we should respect her autonomy. And she's not on her own anyway, she's with Alabaster.
Okay, you're right.
I'm sorry, I'm what?
And with that, the official exchange that usually happens when Eugene leans forward and says, "I'm what?" We will close down this episode for today. Yes, so join us next week for the return of these two as we go through what Rock and Eugene get up to whilst Aisling is away, and then keep an eye on our YouTube channel.
Boys' night.
Lads on tour.
Keep an eye on our YouTube channel because Charlie and I, in the next week or so, are going to be recording a one-shot which tells Aisling's journey and what she gets up to while she's away. But it will be...
She's kidnapped herself.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for staying with us. We've overrun a little bit today, but I just some of those narrative beats I just really wanted to get out before we kind of went all our separate ways for different things. We have been Some Other Heroes. My name is Chris. You can find me on the internet, chrismepham.com/links, where you can find all my social bits and pieces, and links to the Some Other Heroes bits and pieces as well. I have commissions open. If you are looking for illustration at the moment, please just drop me a message. Happy to talk through any character ideas that you have. Would you like to go next, Theo?
All right. I have been Theo. That's me. You can find my stuff online at www.theoblueillustration.com, and all my links to social media and stuff is on there, and my shop if you want to have a look at that.
Carrying on going Widdershins, Wayne, would you like to go next?
Sure. Yes, my name is Wayne, and thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. My socials are pretty much all WayneFic01 on all the main channels, and my website is waynefic.com. If you would like to give me a follow and say hi, that would be most appreciated. Also, just to say thank you very much to everybody for joining us today. It is really much appreciated. And if you would like to give us some support to keep things going for this labor of love, we would appreciate it. We do have a coffee if you want to contribute through that, or if you would like to follow us or subscribe, we would appreciate it massively. And don't forget to join us on Wednesday, Chris and I, for the next Space at the Table. And we would really appreciate seeing you there.
Yes. Charlie, would you like to go whilst I just choke on air?
Do I need to call someone?
No, he does this regularly.
Wayne's next door. If I die,
Use your button. Use your button.
told him if he dies, there's a problem because I don't do hospitals, so he's got to phone one of you guys to come and pick him up and take him back.
Cool.
Charlie,
Okay.
would you like to please tell us where we can find you and what you are up to in the internet?
Yes, you can find me at charlievince.com, my Charlie spelt without an E. And as Wayne has very kindly put in the chat, I also occasionally stream drawing things now, which is quite fun. It's normally on Thursdays because that's one of my days off from studio work, although I might stream tomorrow because I feel like it. So no real schedule there at all. So
You are
Yeah.
crazy, man.
oh no! Also, my pigeon clothing thing that I occasionally do. The shop is shut at the moment. That's just because all the clothes are at my studio because it's open studios for the next 2 weekends. So if you are about in Norwich, you are more than welcome to come visit me in person in my studio and say hi to my dog because she's always there.
Yay!
Go
So,
and
yeah,
get the
all the
Boba
stuff-
Pets.
Go get the Boba Pets, and if you give her a treat, she'll wave at you, and it's really cute.
She does.
It's really cute.
Yeah. So yeah, the address for my studio is all on my Instagram. So just go on there and you are welcome to come say hi. I have lots of goodies and my studio is a maximalist chaos, glorious place. So come say hi.
It's very Ashling.
Oh,
yeah.
Max, there's maximum projection. If you come to my studio, you will see why Ashling is such a projection.
Amazing.
Also, hi mum, love you mum.
Hi,
Hi,
Charlie.
Charlie's mum.
It's a beautiful chorus.
Yeah, I think that's everything. Wayne and I will be back on Wednesday for Space at the Table. Hope to see
well excited for
all
that.
of you there. We have been Some Other Heroes. We love you very much. We love doing this with you, and we can't wait to see you next week.
And I want to say thank you, Chris, because it's always awesome.
My absolute pleasure. I really enjoyed this. It's so good. I love you all, and I love you all.
Mwah.